Christmas trees.
Now turning to FIVEAA sport. Ollie Pope says Australia's dominance at the Gabba won't get in England's heads as they prepare for Thursday's second Ashes test. The visitors haven't won a test in Brisbane since 1986.
We know Australia have a good record here, but at the same time, I think we saw West Indies went and turned them over last time, so we kind of take that as a bit of a positive. I think if we can put our best foot forward, then hopefully we can get on the right side of the result.
The Tillies take on New Zealand tonight in a friendly, but a decision is yet to be made if Sam Kerr will run out onto an Aussie pitch for the first time in 2 years. A decision will come closer to kick-off at Cooper Stadium. All the action starts right here in Adelaide at 8 p.m. And in the NBA, Aussie Josh Giddey has scored 22 points for the Chicago Bulls, but his team went down to the Orlando Magic 125-120. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Afternoon at Cavan, a diesel spill to look out for on the drive home. It's on Port Wakefield Road near Churchill Road North, causing a few dramas. Also got some dramas at O'Halloran Hill at the moment. Got a nasty smash on the Southern Expressway heading outbound. It's just before Majors Road, but delays are back a couple of k's. Leave early if you must head that way tonight. And slow going Brighton Road, Glenorg East. Camera, Smart Road at Modbury. Collecting the kids are heading home. From November, 40-kilometre speed limits apply near some SA schools at drop-off and pick-up. More at drt.sa.gov.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clear and down to 13 overnight, mostly sunny and 30 tomorrow. Thursday, partly cloudy and a top of 34. Friday, sunny and 26. Saturday, a possible shower and 23. Right now, it's 21 degrees on FIVEAA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, exclusive pictures. Federal police descend on a Millswood home in a mysterious operation. An extra special birthday for South Australia's oldest war veteran. Hear his simple secret to longevity. Why baby boomers are the happiest workers. And hopes Matilda's captain Sam Kerr will return from injury for tonight's Adelaide friendly. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is FIVEAA. Always Adelaide. The FIVEAA Sports Show. Rowey.
I am flabbergasted.
And Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival.
Yes, good afternoon, 7 after 4. What a day we have for this Tuesday out there. Some glorious sunshine beaming down on God's country of South Australia. Perfect for some sport on a Tuesday night. So much to pack into this one. Rowey, Timmy G, good afternoon.
Yeah, spot on, Sam. It's Tuesday, December 2nd. Matilda's at Cooper's tonight at... it's taking on New Zealand tonight. Kick-off at 8 o'clock. Sam Kerr, will she or won't she play? 2 sleeps for the pink ball test, which we hope lasts longer than 2 sleeps. Building up to that. And some interesting rules on the umpires, maybe getting statistics now when they vote on the Brownlow medal. We'll talk about all that and more. But Stephen Rowe, it's Tuesday and it's a very, very special day. What were you doing 36 years ago on December 2nd?
Wow, you've got me.
Yeah.
December 2nd.
Well, I know what I was doing. I was getting married. And, yes, today's the day. Now, it went a little bit better than it did a few years ago, anniversary-wise, and I'll tell you how it went down. So we had the 3 kids, of course, and you all got very similar ages where sort of 3 under 5. And
we had 3 under 5.
Yeah, and she's getting ready for, the school day and all the rest of it, going at 100 mile an hour. And I came out into the kitchen about to leave for work. So this would be good 20 years ago. And I gave the anniversary card and I just poked it around in front of her face and I said, "Here you go, love." I said, "This is for you." And she's so busy, she just looked at me. She said, "What's that?" Because I'm really good with the dates. She's horrendous. She doesn't remember what year we were married. She doesn't know what date it was.
Angela's me on that.
Yeah.
And
so,
Jody's you.
And it's normally the other way around, isn't it, with men and women? It's normally the women remember all of it. So I'm the woman in this relationship. And anyway, so I put it there and she goes, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, it's December 2nd, love. It's our anniversary." And she realised that she'd forgotten. She grabbed it and said, "Oh, I haven't got effing time for that," and threw it over her head.
Oh, God,
And it landed down the passageway, and I went, this is not going well. Anyway, she's made up for it since then. But today it was a little bit calmer in the house.
Funny.
And I got a cup of tea for our anniversary. And it's been very nice. Yeah, thanks very much for that. Yeah, celebration.
36 years ago today,
Yeah,
December
how's that?
2. Because when you said December 2,
You started panicking.
It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and I forget that all the time.
Right, so which one's on the 3rd?
Gemma, 31.
Gemma, beautiful. Yeah. So yes, isn't that fun?
Oh, well, well done to you and
Yeah,
Angela.
yeah.
36 years.
Yeah, big ones indeed. So celebrating style, no doubt, when we get home.
Well done. Well, unless you had to mention that, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I didn't say happy anniversary.
Well, you're not supposed to.
Okay, it's not my anniversry.
Exactly. Tell me when yours is, and I'll remind you as well.
Care factor nil. We only celebrate the big ones, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. The ones with a 0.
That's it.
That's what I said to her.
That's all
I
it
wrote
is.
on the card. I said, "Look, keep your head down. Let's get to 50."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's build this innings.
No.
No, it's baseball crap.
Got to start. Get on with it.
Oh, jeez. funny.
Jeez. If you had said to me the Matildas were in town,
Yeah.
and they're playing at Cooper Stadium, after 16 straight sellouts, I would have gone, wow. I mean,
It was almost the best kept secret, wasn't it? I got to say, we're a sports show, and we're all alarmed and going, "Whoa, what happened there? When did they come to town and we didn't know?" Because the last one at Adelaide was a sellout.
Solar, hottest ticket in town.
Yeah. Now I
Was
I
the
know it's a
hottest
friendly.
sporting ticket in town.
I know it's a friendly, but I'm just a bit surprised at the lack of promotion by perhaps.
So is it lack of promotion, or have we gone off our darlings a bit?
Oh no!
I mean, I'm not going to say they're on the nose.
No, I don't think there's a lot on. If this was a game to qualify, I think it would be a different situation and would have got a lot more publicity.
Okay.
The big thing about this one that's, again, gone under, this could be the first game Sam Kerr plays for Australia in 2 years. So
where she starts.
Well, that's right. So it's the last friendly before the Asia Cup, which is actually held here in Australia. So that's when we'll get sellouts once again, which is next Feb. So it's not far away. So it's the last chance. Now, new coach, Joe Montemuro, and here he is actually on whether Sam Kerr will play.
Yeah, she trained this morning and she's tracking well. We'll assess things tonight and make a decision tomorrow whether she starts or not.
There you go. Yeah, so...
Touch of helium there, wasn't it? Bit high. Had to touch the end Craigs about him.
All right.
Well, he did. Play it again.
So if we're going to pick on people's voices... the next one's going to get you up and arms.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Let's go.
Now, we're talking about the Gabba test, right?
Oh, yeah.
And one of the English bowlers, and I put English bowlers in italics, Bryden Cass was asked, whether they took anything out of the first test.
We've got to take massive amounts of confidence from that first day in Perth and then reflecting again back on it in that second innings. Someone played a phenomenal knock over a 2-hour period and sometimes you just got to take your hats off to them.
There you go, Silver Spooner.
Well, that's a different accent than it was. I don't think there's any English in that.
No.
Yeah, that's a big South African accent. Do you know there wasn't one bowler born in England that took a wicket in that first test? They were all from different countries.
Probably the best stat to come out of that entire test match.
Who's their captain again? What's his name?
Yeah, it's Stokes.
Ben Stokes.
Yeah, he's New Zealander.
Yeah, he was born
Kiwi.
there.
Yeah. God almighty.
Isn't it? Amazing.
Well, they are multicultural, aren't they, England? Let's
fair
face it.
enough, but yeah, you'd think one of them would be born in England, wouldn't you?
You would have thought so.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. They changed the rules.
Look, if Travis Head opens, they asked him, what are you going to do about it? Have a listen to this.
If he does open the batting again, we've got set plans that, we'll look to use. But again, I don't think, anything changes from a mindset thing. He had an incredible day out that afternoon.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We got plans, but, if he whacks us around again, bad luck.
I don't think Baz Ball is in the bowling, is it? That's only the batting. So fancy having a whole plan around just your batting.
Yeah.
It's not about the whole thing. It's just about batting, not the bowling. It can't be Baz Ball bowling.
We've got Adam Gilchrist on bit later. He's doing a little tequila, actually. Yeah, but we'll talk to him. I'm going to ask him about whether it's the batting or the bowling.
Yeah.
We'll see what he says. Our Boomers got away with murder. They were 10 down in the last stanza, and they got away with it with Davo Hickey hitting an unbelievable 3-pointer on the buzzer.
Going to have to put the 3 up for the win. Oh, wins it off the glass. Davo Hickley breaks the hearts of New Zealand again.
Incredible stuff. Now, ESPN apparently lost vision. So it was just
on the buzzer beater.
Pure audio. So you had to go theatre of the mind. Very much like, when we call it on the radio, you go theatre of the mind.
Do you know
just
what?
Missed it.
We beat New Zealand for fun in everything bar rugby union.
Oh, we get slapped there.
Don't we? We just beat them in everything.
And,
except rugby union.
We've had a great cricket rivalry.
So I want to beat them in that.
And especially the Richard Hadley sort of era.
Yeah.
But I love that interview we had with Greg Chappell a couple of weeks ago when he said when he apologised to Jeremy Cooney about the underarm.
Yeah.
And he said, no, don't apologise for that. He said it was the best thing that ever happened to us. He said we could not get a look in any media whatsoever. It was all blacks, and we were just so far behind. He said then they all got behind us because they felt sorry for us and thought, right, bugger those Australians, and started to turn up to test matches in one days, and it really lifted their profile.
How good's that?
Yeah, but
something good come out of bad.
It's funny, I like our friends over the ditch. I'm not sure it's reciprocated, though. Whether the New Zealanders like us. I like them. I like them, but
I like their wool.
Yeah.
I like eating their lambs. It's a lovely place to visit.
Yeah. And
Sam, you went over there for your honeymoon.
Yeah, I was only there a month ago.
Pretty
It was
cold,
lovely.
isn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely. Actually. It was great weather.
Rotorua stinks, doesn't it?
It does. Oh,
well, that's the
go back there.
Kiwi fruit's nice too.
Yeah. It's not even from there. Anyway.
Oh, love it. Now, moving on, I said about umpires. Now, there's been a lot of conjecture whether they got stats or whether they didn't. A lot of conjecture around the Brownlow now because everybody's analysing it to within an inch of its life. Well, the AFL umpires are going to be given access to game statistics for Brownlow medal voting in 2026. Now,
makes sense, doesn't it? Is that common sense again?
With the Brownlow medal continuing to lose its lustre due in large part to the massive recent winning totals, expect the umpires to be given access to game statistics in 2026. This is how it's being reported. AFL boss Greg Swan has flagged the change after Matt Rowell won 25 Brownlow with 39 votes a year after Paddy Cripps got 45. So this is interesting for me. Should they get stats or shouldn't they? 8223 0000. Give us a call and let us know. Now, what have we got up for grabs today? We've got the Wallace Cinemas and a Powers voucher. Yep. Beautiful. So give us a ring. Give us your thoughts. Should umpires receive statistics immediately after the game to make their Brownlow decisions?
Well, will it make it more accurate? Or it'll just become a statistical midfielder's vote. Here's the thing that I want to know. In cricket, you get a fifer. They rate that as well as much as a test hunt. If you got 10 wickets in a test, you'd have to get 2 hundreds in each innings to equivalent to it. You know where I'm going with this? So if Scott Pendlebury had 25, I'm telling you, his 25 would be far more damaging and better than a Paddy Cripps 40. I'm just trying to paint a picture. So if he goes, Paddy Cripps got 40, well, we'll give him 3. But Pendlebury's 25, he would have been 8 goal assists, 4, score involvements, et cetera, probably win at 100%. Here's another one. A good 6 goals. A good 6 goals should be equivalent to 35 possessions of a midfielder, I think. No over-the-top handballs, but a really good midfielder 6, forward 6.
It's rare you see numbers like that these days, isn't there? So,
but that's what I mean. So if you do see 6, surely that's a 3.
Yeah.
Or if a defender stopped Jeremy Cameron, kept him goalless, is that as good as 35 possessions?
Yeah.
So they're saying 35 possessions is 3 votes. You have a look. You get 35, you're getting 3 all day, every day.
Let's have a listen to Dean Margette's view on it. We've had Dean on plenty of times, over 20 years of umpiring.
It's not a media award. It's not the 3AW Football of the Year award. It's not this, it's not that. It's the umpire's view. And I think we should just probably leave it in its special nuance as it is.
Yeah, he likes to leave it as it is. And the thing about it is, I think we forget that it was a medal designed to help show respect for umpires because, once upon a time, that they were absolutely getting it, and I'm sure that's happened over many, many decades. But
well, it hasn't worked then. It's a 150-year-old medal and we're still bagging them.
But if you weren't the fairest player, then you weren't adjudged best and fairest. So that's why you got reported and were not eligible. So it was about gaining respect for the umpire. So it's an umpire's vote. Now, they base it on the fairness of play and the impact that you have. So it's in their views and who catches their eye. So I think that's the way it's always been. Now, I think you're right. They'll have a look at statistics.
It'll be a midfielder's medal again.
And will they read it? I don't think it'll change the fact that midfielders are winning it, which might be a factor. So
I would just take the fairest off it. Just the best player.
Well, give us your thoughts. 8223 0000, that $50 Powers voucher. We'll also throw in a Wallace Cinema double pass as well.
Some good movies up to Christmas.
I'm sure there's good opinions out there. Don't worry about that.
And we got tickets to Adelaide United as well this weekend too, if you want to head along to that. 8223 0000 is our number for tonight's program. Get involved. Adam Gilchrist will join us at 5 o'clock. Grace Gill from Channel 10 will preview the Matildas game at Coopers tonight. We have Ryan White, who does his best work down there at Coopers for Adelaide United later on. Jared Lyons, who's announced his retirement, and Ned McHenry in the studio. And your calls next on the number again, 8223 0000.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
5AA celebrates 12 days of Christmas with Tree Climb. Looking for the perfect gift for that adrenaline junkie this Christmas? Grab a Tree Climb gift card, redeemable for zip lining and obstacle courses. Visit treeclimb.com.au. Merry Christmas from 5AA.
SA. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's where you know your barista by name, and they know yours. Where your fruit and veg shop keeps you smiling with seasonal goodness straight from the farm. And your favourite local spot always comes through with the goods. It's all the things that make us, us. And buying local means $1 spent here stays here. So when you're out and about, look for the state logo and buy SA for SA. A message from the Government of South Australia.
What's worse than running out of gas during the Christmas barbecue or the gas burner cutting out right as you're cooking your favourite steak?
Come on.
At Max Built Trading Co., we've been keeping barbies sizzling and meat medium rare since 1946. From refilling gas bottles to those hard-to-track-down spares for your gas burner, Max Built has quality products and reliable solutions for all situations. Visit us at Research Road, Paraka, or head to our Facebook page for more.
Well, here you go. If you haven't heard of paddle yet, well, you will. It's the fastest growing sport in the world. Think tennis meets squash, but way more social. You play in pairs, so you're always in the rally, always moving. Basically, it's exercise that feels like fun and play.
Yeah, it's a great concept, and I love it. We're going there, of course, Thursday. We'll be
Paddle Fit
doing our show from there, so I'll look forward to it, and it's something I'll be taking up. Now, you don't need to be a superstar athlete either. It's for everyone. It doesn't matter if you haven't picked up a racket since high school. It's easy to learn, play, and it's social. Grab a mate, grab a team, and see what all the hype is about. Paddle Fit. Now, it's 4 world-class indoor paddle courts right here in Theberton.
So in one hand's the paddle, the other hand's an Aperol Spritz.
Well, if you're that balanced.
Yeah, there you go. It's not just big in the rest of the world anymore. It's finally here in Adelaide, and it is growing fast. Book a court online now and try this new craze. It's more than a craze. It's a fantastic fitness thing. Paddle Fit, just off Port Road in Thebe.
I've found Homemade takes the stress out of managing home care services.
Hi, how may I help?
And with their lower rates, they make quality aged care affordable, which is why they're Australia's best value home care. Search Homemade support today.
Happy birthday to you! 1, 2, 3.
There's a good reason so many people celebrate their birthday at the Dutch Pantry Cafe. A whole menu of authentic Dutch food for brekkie, brunch or lunch. Think of classics like croquettes, mini Dutch pancakes and Dutch pea soup, along with chip cones and Biscoff milkshakes. However old you're turning, celebrate at the Dutch Pantry Cafe. OG Road, Clemzig, open 7 days. Look for the big windmill.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes in Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
24 minutes after 4 on this Tuesday afternoon. Great day out there across Adelaide. 8223 0000. Join us on the show. You're going to the Matildas tonight. Did you even know it was on? And the Brownlow looks like for 2026, stats are set to be put in the hands of the umpires for voting. Do you agree or disagree? 8223 0000. And remember, you can watch the show on the Morn Team Hyundai live stream or on Facebook and YouTube. Find Morn Team Cheltenham Hyundai. Take a test drive today to find your perfect Hyundai car. Here's your roads.
Afternoon at Cavan. Diesel spill on Port Wakefield Road near Churchill Road North. Very slow, very slippery. O'Halloran Hill, smash getting sorted. The Southern Expressway near Majors Road. Still seeing quite solid delays heading outbound through there at the moment. And Dry Creek to Brown the Road on the North-South motorway to the Wingfield interchange. Also delays outbound. Camera the Savo, Harris Road, Vale Park. From December 10, you'll need to be 16 or over to have a social media account. Find details, including how to save your memories at esafety.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Going to Curtalite Gardens. G'day, John. What's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are the strong view is that the umpires should get the full stats, and they should also get some education on interpreting those stats, so they just don't go for most kicks or most handballs. So the stats are an indicator of the performance, and also it'll help them not make a major mistake. I think the umpires are under the spotlight so much on Brownlow night that they're afraid of, naming someone who's not a champion and getting votes, and a champion doesn't get the votes. So I think they're doing a bit of a default, and we all recall when I'll recall when I was playing, we had a full forward kick 20 goals out of 30, got no votes, and the full back that was on him for one quarter had 6 goals kicked on him, and he got 1 vote. Now, if the umpires knew the full forward kicked 20, I don't think he would have got no votes. So that's the sort of mistakes that can happen, without having stats.
It's an interesting one for mine.
It's a big award nowadays to leave to an umpire.
Well, the other thing,
or a group of
the other
umpires.
thing I'm concerned about why there's so much scrutiny on it is because people bet on it. And I think that's raised a lot more, probably criticism because my player didn't get the votes.
But it's the most prestigious individual honour. I mean, they have a big gala dinner.
It's definitely been treated like that over the years.
Yeah. And so let's get it right.
And so you're a stats man. You're saying, yep, give it to him.
Well, I'm not really a stats man. I like what I said. I'd like some guidelines around it. I'd like to think that if Jeremy Cameron kicked 8 and they were a really good 8, well, you'd want to get 40 possessions to beat that, in my eyes.
Yeah. I think to John's point, he was saying about maybe educate them on the statistics.
Maybe that might be what they need to do.
There was another email that popped through a bit earlier about the actual distance people run as well, because people just play roles now where they'll do 20K for what? But see, again, that's about...
Well, that doesn't get a vote. That's just dumb.
For me, it's about, it's a
role.
It's a coaching role. So, but for umpires, it was about catching their eye and being a fair and just player who was spectacular and caught your eye. So,
are we putting too much weight on the fair part?
Well, that's been talked about as well, because if you get rubbed out these days for something that we think's a bit controversial, we're going, maybe that's...
No, but I mean, mouthing off at an umpire. Back in our day, if you mouth the umpire off, you'd say, I'm not going to give you a vote. Yeah. And he probably didn't.
Yeah, there hasn't been many reported for that, I would say, in recent times.
With two texts here, Charlie says kicking 20 goals doesn't get you votes if you're a thug.
Yeah,
and that's the point.
That's the point.
And the other one here from Maria says the final straw, Ash Riddell in the AFLW had 45 touches, and I think another one which had 42, and didn't get a vote in either of those games.
They were junk possessions then.
So do you think it's impactful having the umpires read the stats post-game in order to adjudge the Brownlow medal voting? 8223 0000 is our number. We'd love to get your opinions on this. It's 28 minutes after 4.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Well, the South Australian Liberals have announced their position on the Indigenous voice to Parliament.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
We're joined now by the Shadow Minister for Indigenous Affairs, Josh T.
So a vote for Vincent Tarsi will see a strengthening of the voice here in South Australia.
5AA Breakfast.
I'd say that will certainly occur.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
So many people of Conservative voters are texting us now going, once again, the Liberal Party too scared to have a point of difference.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Who on earth gave them their driving licence? Learn how to merge! Merge! Come on! How many imbeciles can you actually put on one road? 30 kilometres per hour, driving Miss Daisy! Use your indicators, yeah? Bloody hell.
Beat the heat. Keep cool with Fix Now, Pay Later options available. Book now. For great service guaranteed, call 1300 Automasters.
What do the world's most successful people really think? Now you can find out. On The Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett takes you on an unfiltered journey into the stories of the people who have shaped culture, built greatness, and created lives worth learning from, uncovering the ideas, insights, and lessons that can change how you think, lead, and live. Not every conversation stays with you. This one will. Search The Diary of a CEO wherever you get your podcasts.
Toolkit Depot Tradie Day. Well, it's on this Thursday for one day only. Spend $250 across the store and get $50 back in TKD bucks.
Yeah, look, spend $500 and get $100 back in TKD bucks. It's like this. The more you spend on your favourite trade brands, the more you get back. So choose from brands like Milwaukee, Makita, DeWalt, King Chrome, Pazload, Unimig and more.
They got the best ones. Now, whether you're in a trade or you're a DIYer who loves to get on the tools, make sure you take a look at the Toolkit Depot's Trade Day this Thursday.
Yeah, look, there's no excuse. Get into one of their 5 SA stores or shop online at toolkitdepot.com.au. T's and C's apply and some exclusions apply.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Tamira Francis with the 4:30 news headlines. In 3 days, 133 motorists have been caught driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. The federal government says it will bring down power prices, but there is more work to do. Several AFL premiership players are witnesses in a court case involving allegedly fraudulently signed footballs. And in sport, Matilda's star Sam Kerr could play her first game on Aussie soil in 2 years if she runs out onto the pitch for tonight's friendly against New Zealand at Coopers Stadium. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, pretty messy for the drive home today. A crash at Marston to look out for. Marion Road near Galway Avenue, really big delays there. Cavan, diesel spill, Port Wakefield Road near Churchill Road North. O'Halloran Hill, another collision. The Southern Expressway near Majors Road, monster delays outbound. And Dry Creek, debris on the road on the north-south motorway near the Wingfield Interchange, heavy delays there too. Camera, Port Road at Aldinga. Moving house is hard. Origin is making it a little easier by helping you move your electricity, natural gas and internet in one easy call. Origin. All kinds of useful. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, clear and down to 13 overnight, mostly sunny and 30 the top tomorrow. Right now it's 22 degrees. We'll have more news for you at 5 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Last chance. Harvey Norman Black Friday sale. Motorola G56 5G now $198. PlayStation 5 Digital down to just $478. Get $410 off Galaxy S25 Ultra. Up to 20% off headphones, digital cameras, networking and smartwatches. Up to 30% off Android mobiles. And up to a huge 35% off Windows 11 computers. And up to 40% off monitors and gaming. Best brands, best range. Best Black Friday prices. Go Harvey Norman Black Friday sale.
Go, Harvey, go!
In the 2025 CanStar Blue Awards, Automasters was rated Australia's top pick for most satisfied customers for a car servicing group. So switch and save on air conditioning service and regas. Call 1300 Automasters, rated CanStar Blue's most satisfied customers.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Welcome back. It is 27 minutes to 5. Adam Gilchrist is going to join us at 5 o'clock as we lead into the Ashes second test on Thursday. Enjoying your texts and your calls so far on the Brownlow medal voting process. Max says from Beaumont, if you make the Brownlow purely on stats, all you'll need is an algorithm to award the votes. So essentially you become super coach if you did that. How much is an inside 50 worth? How much is a disposal or a goal worth?
Yep.
That's what he's trying to say. It's a good point.
Yeah, and perhaps, that's where the argument of just keeping the umpires thinking who they thought had an impact on the game is the way to go. So that's a good debate. Keep your calls coming through on 8223 0000. We love the interaction. I'll tell you what, the Adelaide Reds, they haven't lost a game at home. We've got another home game this Sunday night. We haven't won one away either, but a young man that's making great strides for the Reds is young Ryan White, only 20 years of age. G'day, Ryan.
How you going, boy?
Excellent. Well, first of all, your game the other week, Melbourne City, what a game it was. Wow, that was on for young and old, that game, wasn't it? With the red card and you name it and the 4-1 with only 10 men playing for an hour. You come on and kick one of the most amazing goals. Was that your first ever? Let's have a listen.
Well, that was half a chance. Now Ryan White continues to make an impact off the bench. Ryan White still going. He's got it. Well, now he has made that impact. Ryan White, a first ever A-League goal. What a night it is at Cooper Stadium.
Must have felt good, mate.
Yeah, just listen to that now. I'm bloody smiling.
Good boy.
No, obviously I'm an Adelaide boy, so that moment was obviously it was unbelievable. Just the emotions and the adrenaline when I kicked the goal was, words can't even describe it.
You got a lot of young guys out there, which we love, and it seems like the way they're rotated too. I like the way that everybody's given a go and getting minutes. You came on when we probably needed a bit of a boost on the weekend, mate. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for our keeper, we might have been in deeper trouble.
Yeah, that's right. I think travelling to Wellington, we struggled a little bit, but like you say, Josh Smith kept us in the game, but we managed to get a goal when the boys come on, but just not enough in the end.
Well done again on that first goal, Ryan. You will remember that forever. You fitted in it. It's such a youthful team, and you blend in brilliantly. Let's go to that Wellington loss. It just the first half, it was very uncharacteristic Reds. It was, I know you got back into it halfway through that first half, but gee, it was sloppy at best, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. We sort of had a few struggles going away at the start of this season, but hopefully we can sort of fix those issues next home game and then take that away with us. But speaking on that Wellington game, just one of those days, I think, where it just didn't fully click, and you're obviously always going to have those days, but you just got to try to minimise them, and hopefully next game is better than that.
What your coach said or tried to put it down to or put a finger on, is it just literally the start, or preparing differently, or training, or your warm-up, or do you have to get G'd up a bit more? Have you drilled down, or is it still too early in the season to get too worried about it?
Yeah, it is. It's very early, and obviously new coach and things like that. But, I'm not sure what the difference is, to be honest. It might just be luck of the draw for the first three games, a bit of variance and things like that. But, like I said, we're not going to read into it too much, and we're just going to keep working on our processes, and hopefully the results come.
When you do the review and the like, I did hear the coach say that the first goal looked avoidable to me. We could have stopped that from that corner. And when we had a look at the replay, it looked like it sort of covered over everybody and there was no defence at the back post. So that's one that can be cleaned up.
Yeah, for sure. I think that one was a bit of a lapse of concentration, to be honest. And I think they're obviously the preventables, and conceding an early goal like that against a team like Wellington is going to be tough to get back into the game. So I think we just got to, all three of our first away games, which we've lost, we've conceded an early goal, and from there it's a struggle. So I think we just got to do what we can to prevent an early goal and put the other team on the back foot.
What about Joey Garuccio, that magnificent finish? It was a lovely first touch goal, wasn't it, from a long way out?
Yeah, that was Joey's first touch of professional football ever.
Yeah.
So I was very happy for him. He's been a good mate of mine coming through the youth team. So disappointing result, but I was very, very happy for Joey.
No, well done, mate.
Oh, it was. I mean, imagine that being your first touch and away you go. Now, have I read correctly that you can do a backflip?
You may have there, mate, yeah.
So I want to see your next goal. You do a backflip, celebrate Irukunda style.
Oh, yeah.
Around you go, young fella.
So there's been a few Adelaide boys that have lit up Coopers and done a backflip, so I might just have to do the next time.
Yeah, I think you might have forgotten about it after your first one. It was pretty exciting on its own. You didn't need to do that.
Coming towards me, I think I would have hit one of them.
That's true.
And has it been everything you thought it'd be, Ryan? I mean, you've had some ups and downs in your journey. I know you're only 20 years of age. You know, you got dropped from the Footy SA program and a few bits and pieces like that. Now you're in the team. Now you've scored. Now you're part of the furniture. You've got to ride these highs and just keep improving, Ryan.
Yeah, that's exactly right. To be honest, it's been everything you dream of as a young kid in Adelaide. But like you say, you just got to ride the highs and just keep working and hopefully taking places.
Yeah, well done. Who gave you the advice football's played with your brain first? I like that.
No, that was my coach now. He was obviously my youth coach, Ayrton, but he's a very, very wise man and football. I've never met someone who knows football as much as him. So,
how good.
Yeah, that was him.
Did Ayrton sort of say when you did the review, I like the fact that you didn't throw the towel in. Like, you kept coming at him. And, I mean, even in I think it was about the 96-minute mark, we're having another crack at goal. So it wasn't as if you laid down.
Nah, Ayrton's a big man on the culture and the mentality of the team, and he's not going to let us stop. And us as a group have sort of taken that on board, and I don't think during the season you'll see us, like say, throw the towel. We'll always keep fighting until the end of the final whistle.
Brisbane, double-header too. I think the women's team play first, then you guys on afterwards at 7:05. So it could be a big night at Cooper Stadium for us.
Yeah, for sure. First doubleheader of the season on a Sunday night. It might feel a bit weird, but hopefully we can get a good crowd. Adelaide always shows up for us, which is lovely, and yeah, hopefully we can put on a show for them.
Well, mate, you continue your growth in this game, and we know you're going to go far, but keep that enthusiasm as well, mate. Keep enjoying the game. That's the main thing.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Great stuff there.
Well
Ryan White getting his opportunity.
That's the future right there.
Exactly. We've got so many of those young fellas who are just offering so much. When they come on and sub for one another, there's just a fair bit of energy that goes with it.
So if you'd like to see Adelaide United in action on Sunday at home against the Raw, 8223 0055. Again, tickets from Ticketek as well, but this is a double pass to win right here, right now. Here's some news.
Hot off the press.
Ooh, hello.
And it's from West Lakes. The Adelaide Football Club have just appointed their successor for Doc Clark. Their AFLW head coach going forward will be a man named Ryan Davis. Does that ring any bells for you, Ryan Davis?
We had a rumour last week about him. I'd not heard of him.
So he's a former West Coast and Gold Coast player. Played 35 AFL games, but mainly in the coaching realm. He spent the last 2 seasons as the midfield assistant at the Brisbane Lions under Craig Starcevich, and that's one of the most incredible women's teams we've got in the country. They've been in so many grand finals and been in the last 3. In
Connection with Murray Davis, no doubt.
I'm sure. And he's also won multiple state premierships back in Queensland since 2020. So, yep, he was chased by the Crows by about and about 3 other AFL clubs as well. So he was in demand, and they've got their man.
I suppose with Matty Clark's early announcement, you can get on with it, can't you? And start searching the country.
They didn't take long to get him. They had their eye on him. 1 out, 9 deep, I think.
Yeah. Well,
obviously,
congratulations.
had to wait for Brisbane in the
well
final.
Done.
Hello, Troy.
Hey, how you going, boys?
All right, mate.
Hey, this Brownlow medal voting and that, they're saying umpires should look at statistics. I'll wipe it out with one word, boys. The statistics, as far as I'm concerned, half from a hog wallop and effective handball, effective possessions, whatever. That's what the main thing should be. Do you know how many votes were given out this season, boys?
No.
In the Brownlow, 1,242. How many do you reckon were wrong? if you say 1%, that's 12 votes. Would that be about right?
No, it's an opinion. So, Troy, none of them are wrong. None of them are wrong.
It's the umpire's call, Troy.
All the votes are correct.
That's right.
Mm.
That's what I'm getting at. So if you had if you were running a business or anything like that and you had 1% mistake, I think you'd take that, wouldn't you? Maybe apart from the ATO, of course. But, yeah.
I would. Good on you, Troy.
Right
and
on,
I
Troy.
think that's
Thanks
the point.
for the call.
If you have a look over the journey, have they ever got a Brownlow wrong?
Well, I think, again, it's only subjective to your opinion and what investment you have in that particular player. So,
Or has there ever been one that's not worthy? You'd say to that, no.
Yeah, that would be a really harsh call, I'd say.
Wouldn't
not
it be?
worthy. But,
Yeah, that's exactly right. So they're worthy, they win it. The umpires picked it.
It's their opinion.
It's their opinion. Hello, Dave.
It's their medal.
Yeah, good day, guys. Look, I can't see the umpires having statistics going to help them one bit, really. I think it's a bit too complicated for that reason. Yeah. You know, statistics all about, especially football and sport. It's not quantity, it's quality. You know, what I mean? That goes in life. You know what I mean? Like friends. It's not the amount of friends you got; it's the quality of friends you have. So I don't know they're going to get that right, because how many times over the years now have it's come out? You know, when the Brownlows said and done, votes were given to a player, and he never got he got a lot of votes. He got a lot of possessions and didn't get a vote. And this has gone on for ages. You know what I mean? Like, and you look at cricket. You know, you weigh up cricket with you take 5 wickets to tail enders. Is that on the same as taking 5 wickets to the top order?
No, it's
you know
not.
What I mean? So
It's
I know it's all this statistics going to get in their face. They've just run around the field for 2 hours, 4 of them, and they're going to get statistics thrown at them.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do it. You know, like take out fairness is not a bad idea. You know, players can get the Brownlow even though they've been. Depends on how bad they've been, you know.
The incident.
Yeah, during the year, I suppose. But over the journey, you know, like you say, Tim, no one undeserved a Brownlow. No. You know, but the only other thing that questions that, how many Brownlow medalists did even get in the top 5 best and fairest? So, you know, it all works out differently. You know, coaches and, you know, and the only judge I always look at is the Coaches Award. You know, you can't go past the Coaches Award. They know what they're looking for. They know what players do. They know the skills of the game, the hard ball get. They see it all compared to umpires who are just worried about free kicks, giving free kicks away, not giving free kicks away, and trying to control the game.
Dave, I have to pick you up on one thing, mate. Are you telling me that an influencer with 150,000 friends, they're not quality? What's happening there?
Don't get him started. No, Dave, it's a good call. I look at the AFLPA. That's the players' vote. I look at the coaches' votes, which is obviously the coaches. It's 10 for BOG.
Yeah, that's right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. Both you add them together and it's 10. And then there's the Brownlow. How many years have there been a different one of each of those?
Oh, I reckon there would be a lot of discrepancy there.
There would be a lot of discrepancy.
So that's the coaches' award and that's the umpires' award.
And they're the players' awards.
It doesn't mean they have to be the same.
No.
Again, this is what the medal is. I think we're trying to make it something that it's not. Let's go to Ange at 2 Wells. He's always a wise man.
I'm a wise man. How's my favourite 5AA duo going this afternoon? Nice, beautiful weather outside, boys.
Yes, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Ange.
30 tomorrow.
Might even get the pins out.
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, guys, just quickly, this is my idea, and I was going to do it. Just goes to show you, AFLW, the umpires don't work. That North Melbourne player, they got 40 possessions in a game and kicked goals and didn't get a vote. So with the coaches' votes, right, so both coaches picked the best players out of their game. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so why don't we go, and it seems to be better the way I see it, that the coaches' votes are actually more aligned to the actual game itself. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, okay. So why don't we get the umpires out of it, get the coaches' points, add them all up at the end of the year. Don't have a running tally of the coaches' votes. To me, the coaches, even the opposition coaches that give the opposition player 10 votes, has got more idea and a football brain than an umpire that doesn't see a shepherd, a hand pass behind, things like that. I reckon the coaches' award should be awarded the Brownlow vote. But if they get reported, they're not they're not liable.
Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of people say that. I said in the opener, Timmy, it's quality. The best players are ones that have goal assists, score involved. So a Pendlebury's 25.
The best example of that is Rioli's 15 touches for Hawthorn and wins at Norm Smith. He deserved that, Norm Smith.
Of course he did.
He was clearly the best player and had the most impact.
That's it.
If you went off the stat sheet that day, he doesn't win Norm Smith.
He was the most brilliant on that field that day. And that's the point I'm trying to make. A Pendlebury's 25 is better than a Cripps accumulated 40. And that's not fair using those two names.
No, it's not, because Cripper
He's a dual Brownlow medalist, so I do know that. That's probably not a good analogy, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. It's about the impact of those.
Of course it is.
Of course it is, yeah. Absolutely.
Score involvements are massive. A massive, I reckon.
So stats in the hands of the umpires for Brownlow voting. Have your say. We'd love your opinions. 8223 0000. It's 11 to 5. Here's your traffic.
Afternoon, pretty messy old day on the roads. Marston, a crash to look out for. Maori Road near Galway Avenue. Cavan, diesel spill to look out for. Port Wakefield Road near Churchill Road North, super slow and super slippery. O'Halloran Hill is smashed on the Southern Expressway in Majors Road. Got delays outbound. And a bit of debris on the road at Dry Creek causing headaches and delays. The north-south motorway near the Wingfield interchange. Camera of the Savo, Grand Junction Road at Hope Valley. For a very limited time, enjoy $3,000 cash back on selected BYD vehicles. Head to Medindi, Fullerton, Ranella, Salisbury or St Mary's BYD today. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Hi, I'm Piper, and I've just landed my first job as a registered nurse at the Women's and Children's Hospital. There's been a massive recruitment drive across our health system with jobs for doctors, nurses, midwives, paramedics, mental health and allied health workers. It's all part of building a bigger health system. To learn more and apply, visit biggerhealthsystem.sa.gov.au.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
Ciao. I'm an Italian fruit panettone, just $9.99 from Aldi. Yes, traditionally I'm a dessert, but why not shake things up? I'm more than happy to share a plate with some prawns. Go on. It's Christmas. Aldi. Good different.
So if you haven't heard of paddle yet, you will. It's the fastest growing sport in the world. Think tennis meets squash, but more social. You play in pairs, so you're always in the rally, always moving. Basically, it's exercise that feels a bit like fun and play.
Yeah, it's on our shores now. It's right here in our backyard. You've got to get involved. If you haven't seen paddleball, go and have a look online. Go and have a look at YouTube and go, hey, this looks all right. And then come and see us, because we're going to be there Thursday doing our show. Now, you don't need to be a superstar athlete. No, sirree. Now, it's one of those games that everybody can play. Now, it doesn't matter whether you put a racket in your hand or you haven't put one in for, since high school. It doesn't matter. Grab a mate, create a team. All the hype about Paddle Fit is correct. It's 4 world-class indoor paddle courts right here in Light Terrace, Thebarton.
Yeah, we'll be there on Thursday, as you said. It's finally here in Adelaide. It is growing fast. Book a court online now and try this new craze. It's more than a craze, it's great. Paddle Fit, just off Port Road in Thebby.
If working with NDIS plans is a source of confusion or frustration, there is an easy way forward. At Complete Care, you're given a client service manager. Think of them as a concierge, there to assist and recommend services as they're needed, from cleaning and home maintenance to social support and transportation. They're essential to our clients and always available to their loved ones. It's just one of the things we do that sets us apart. Trust client service managers from Complete Care with a K.
The wait is finally over. Adelaide's newest Omoda JQ dealership has arrived. Get early access and visit the team from Paradise Motors Omoda JQ and experience the excitement at Tea Tree Plaza for a limited time only. Discover the breathtaking Omoda 9 SHS and the rugged, refined JQ J7 SHS and the all-new JQ J8. Don't miss out. Be among the first to see them. Visit the team at Tea Tree Plaza and book your test drive today, or they'll even come to you. Paradise Motors Omoda JQ. Your next journey starts now. T's and C's apply. ParadiseMotorsOmodaJQ.com.au. NVD 352106.
When helping people becomes a business, people can become mere numbers. But at ADL Support Services, we truly care about personal supports for you. I'm Lisa River, and our family-run business is filled with like-minded and dedicated individuals passionate about finding the joy in the ordinary and the yes in the can't. If you or someone you love has a current NDIS plan or is living with a disability, talk to us. Visit adlsupportservices.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
It is 7 minutes to 5. Adam Gilchrist from Fox Cricket to join us at 5 o'clock as we preview the second test starting on Thursday. Love your calls on the Brownlow voting, 8223 0000. And as you heard during the break there, we are live on Thursday from 4 down at Theberton on Light Terrace at the new Paddle Fit Centre. It's amazing. Come and try the world's fastest growing sport. The new purpose-built paddle court is there. It's just behind the old Coca-Cola factory in Theberton. So it'll be great fun on Thursday. Come join us. We'd love to see you.
Well, the Tasmanian government's going to have to make one of its biggest decisions in the island's history. The upper house has to cast a pivotal vote on whether to approve the $1.13 billion proposed Macquarie Point Stadium. It's got to be complete with a roof. It's got to be rubber stamped. The AFL have linked the roofed stadium to the AFL team. No stadium, no AFL licence, could be doomed before it even starts. Now, we know the Tasmanian Devils extinct. This is a massive 2 days. From Wednesday, they can start debating. This is the upper house. There's some independents. I think there's 3 Liberals, 3 Labor. They've said that they'll vote. There's 6. They need 8. So they need 2 independents to say, yes, we want the stadium. And it's not looking good, Timmy. We'll probably know by Thursday because they'll take as long as they want.
There's going to be a fair bit of debate over this. It starts tomorrow, as we know. I reckon it'll be well into Thursday.
Yep.
Because I think they're going to take a fair bit of convincing to get the 2 sort of floating votes, if you like, over the line. Yeah. So I think
the
that's
Greens have already said no. There's independents that have said no. Yep. So there's 4 independents that could go either way. That the whole thing hinges on. Isn't it amazing that I know we have to have an upper house, but I think we're overcome. But at the end of the day, a independent who means nothing, probably got 300 votes to get in, will hold the balance of power as to whether this goes through or not.
Yeah, it's our voting system. So,
I know.
It's been like that for quite a while. Westminster system, isn't it?
It is the Westminster.
Based on the English medal.
But this is because the AFL...
3 independents, they reckon. They've got to convince.
Yeah. I can't see the AFL changing that deed. They've written in the deed, you need a stadium, it needs to have a roof, and we'd like it to be in this specific area. It's got to seat X amount of people. I can't see the AFL backflipping on this. I think if this doesn't get through, the Devils are done. I think they're done.
This is a significant flashpoint in Tasmania as a state's history.
It is. And
not just for football.
It could be either way.
That's right. The significant impact of not getting the team and what that means in a stadium and the future of Tasmania and then the future of what happens if they do.
If they do get it.
It's quite remarkable. $1.13 billion.
Yeah. Or they do get it, they do vote it, and they can't afford it.
That's the other.
It's a little island,
alternative, and that's what they're arguing.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Tell you what.
So I'm not
a big vote.
Pro one way or the other. I'd love to see them get it. I don't know the numbers, but the numbers had better add up. I'm fearful for them, Timmy.
I hope it's a classic Kevin Costner, build it and they will come. If they vote it through, I do hope for their sake that everybody gets down there.
Footy fans will support them.
Yeah.
We'll go there. It's a great city.
I hope they have something unique about it. Optus Stadium is a stadium that you can go once and you never want to go again. It's just the same as you go around and around and around. There's nothing significant about Optus, and it'll age quickly.
This one's going to have a roof.
It'll have a roof.
Yes, a very, very significant 2 to 3 days in Tasmania. Massive. It's 3 minutes to 5. Gilly to join us next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
On 7 News, the horrific attack on a defenceless elderly woman in Adelaide South. The Premier hits back at a High Court challenge to the social media ban. Prince Andrew stripped of his remaining titles, and live to Hindmarsh Stadium as the Matildas waltz into town.
Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA. Always Adelaide.
They're back. Rock Whiz live in 25. Julia Zamiro, Brian Nankovic and the whole Rock Whiz gang are back on the road and heading into South Oz for a couple of nights of music and mayhem. Be part of the fun. Saturday the 6th of December at the Barossa Arts Centre and Sunday the 7th at the Theberton Theatre. Tickets are selling fast. Don't miss out. Rock Whiz live in 25. Get your tickets now at rockwizlive.com.au.
Looking for a getaway this April? The 2026 AFL Gather Round has got you covered.
From Adelaide Oval right through to the Barossa, get in on the buzz of South Australia during this week-long festival of footy.
He's kicked the goal!
Whether you're here for the footy, food or festival fun, AFL Gather Round is the place to be. Tickets on sale from December 3. Find out more at gatherround.afl.
Now, you might be surprised by this, but there's no shortage of obscure but oddly compelling content on the internet. Yeah. But one of those most amazing things that you can find is videos of old, poorly kept rugs receiving a stunning transformation. Maybe that's just my algorithm. But one thing is for sure, rugs can come up beautiful with the right skills.
Now, it's not a play on words. We're not talking about the rugs on your head, those false ones. We're talking about real rugs.
The ones you walk on.
The ones you walk on. Richie's his name, from Adelaide Rug Cleaning Studio, is a genuine master rug cleaner, certified for decades. He's got experience. The Adelaide Rug Cleaning Studio team works with a specialist Afghan rug repairer. I mean, they don't fall out of trees.
No, and they come up
Afghan
beautiful.
rug repairer to restore and protect rugs from all over the world. Pet odours, moth damage, delicate hand washing. They do it all.
Yeah, you could find it under a pile of mud, 20 years on, and they'll be able to restore it. Book now. There's still time before the family visits for the holidays. Visit rugcleaningstudio.com.au or drop into the Theberton studio and you'll see true craftsmanship in action.
Today's reverse ducted air conditioning systems offer so much more than just an on-off switch, which is why REQ Air Conditioning will spend as much time as you need to get familiar with all the functions and controls of your new system. It means you'll get the most out of it from the very start. No guesswork required. Stay cool, stay warm, save money and master the remote with REQ Air Conditioning and Energy Solutions. Google REQ Air Conditioning for a free in-home quote.
The latest local, national and international news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Clear and down to 13 overnight, mostly sunny and 30 tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Tamira Francis with the 5 o'clock news.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
A drug lab's been uncovered in Salisbury East following a house fire this morning. 3 occupants of the Hazel Road property have been arrested, including a 53-year-old man who was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening burns to his legs. Allegedly, police investigating the blaze uncovered evidence consistent with drug manufacturing, finding chemicals and equipment in the kitchen. A 25-year-old man, 62-year-old woman and 53-year-old injured man were arrested and have been charged with manufacturing a controlled drug. The woman has also been charged with trafficking a controlled drug after she was searched and allegedly found to be in possession of approximately 30 grams of meth. She has been refused bail to front court tomorrow. Both men have bailed to face court in January. Members of the public helped detain a man after he allegedly punched an elderly woman in a random attack at South Plympton. The 84-year-old suffered serious injuries and is in hospital. It happened near the IGA on Marion Road, with bystanders rushing to her aid. The 31-year-old Edwardstown man was arrested and charged with aggravated assault causing harm. He was refused bail and remains in hospital. A number of police have converged on a house in Millswood. It's believed to be part of a federal police investigation. The AFP says there's no current or impending threat to the community or public safety, and more information will be provided at an appropriate time. The opposition argues the federal government owes Australians an apology as the cost of electricity shows no sign of easing. 4 years ago, Labor promised power bills would come down by $275 by the end of 2025. But figures released by the Australian Energy Regulator shows an increase of about $1,200 during that time. Liberal leader Susan Lee says it's unacceptable.
Australians deserve affordable energy and responsible emissions reduction. And we believe that they can have both, but we know that affordable energy must be a priority.
A new artificial intelligence institute will be set up from next year to monitor the use of the technology. The federal government is releasing its long-awaited AI blueprint, charting a path on capturing the technology's economic opportunities. Industry and Innovation Minister Tim says the institute will have some key functions.
To make sure that we analyse the new models that come on stream, that we identify the risks, work across government, whether it's the e-safety commissioner, our intelligence agencies, our police, right through to our financial regulators.
Several AFL Premiership players have become witnesses in a court case today involving allegedly fraudulent signed footballs. Former player agent 62-year-old Ricky Nixon is representing himself as he fights 4 fraud charges over footballs he allegedly sold as signed by Melbourne Premiership players after their historic 2021 win. The 62-year-old is representing himself as he fights the charges. Allegedly, Mr Nixon sold the footballs purporting to be signed by the 2021 players with certificates of authenticity for $595, including postage. 3 victims of the alleged rort told the court they found Nixon advertising the footballs on Facebook. Warwick Rea telling the court Mr Nixon had dropped the ball off himself on October 3rd with a signed certificate of authenticity. The hearing continues. Now turning to 5AA Sport. Ryan Davis has been appointed the head coach of the Crows AFLW. Davis is a former West Coast Eagles and Suns player. Prior to his appointment, he worked as the midfield assistant coach at the Lions AFLW club. Will she or won't she play? Matilda's star Sam Kerr could play her first game on Aussie soil in 2 years if she runs out onto the pitch for tonight's friendly against New Zealand. This is the Tillies' last before the Asia Cup in February next year. All the action starts right here in Adelaide at Cooper Stadium. Kickoff is at 8 p.m. To cricket, Jake Weatherald's Test debut is out of the way, but he insists he's feeling more nervous leading up to the second Ashes Test. The opening batter was dismissed for a duck in his first innings in Perth before a respectable second dig of 23. Weatherald says he wants to get on the front foot in the second Test in Brisbane starting Thursday.
You're keen to put more of a stronger performance on, obviously, the last game. Obviously, I want to make more runs and be a bit more of a contributor to the team.
Now checking 5AA traffic.
Delays. The Savo due to crashes and stuff on the roads. Got a crash at Marston causing headaches. Marion Road near Galway Avenue. O'Halloran Hill, another collision causing monster delays. This one's on the Southern Expressway near Majors Road. Delays outbound. And debris on the road at Dry Creek causing massive headaches on the north-south motorway near the Wingfield interchange. Cameras to Savo, Ascot Avenue, Val Park and Gorge Road, Athelston. Look for the RAA sign and over 400 independent RAA-approved repairers across SA. You know you can trust them because RAA do. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clear and down to 13 overnight, mostly sunny and 30 tomorrow. Thursday, partly cloudy, a top of 34. Friday, sunny and 26. Saturday, a possible shower and 23. Right now, it's 21 degrees on 5AA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, exclusive pictures. Federal police descend on a Millswood home in a mysterious operation. An extra special birthday for South Australia's oldest war veteran. Hear his simple secret to longevity. Why baby boomers are the happiest workers. And hopes Matilda's captain Sam Kerr will return from injury for tonight's Adelaide friendly. 9 News. Your news. 9th at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
With Bridgestone Tech Check, our technicians send you a 60-second video inspection that shows you what needs repairing now and what can wait, so you can go with confidence. Bridgestone Select Tyre and Auto.
South Australia, the countdown is on. By January 1st, all businesses and venues with public access over a certain size must have a defibrillator installed and clearly signed. Failing to comply could mean a hefty fine. Defibrillators Australia make it simple, with approved AEDs, cabinet signage and certification already before deadline. Don't risk it. Call 1300 331193 or visit defibrillatoraustralia.com.au today. Defibrillators Australia, protecting hearts, keeping your business compliant.
Stay informed, get involved. 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 7 minutes after 5 on this Tuesday, the best day of the week according to Rowey, let's say that. Hey, still to come on the program tonight, Grace Gill from Channel 10. Going to speak to her at 5:30 because the Matildas are in town. They're kicking off against New Zealand at 8 o'clock this evening. Jared Lyons hanging up the boots. We'll speak to him, and Ned McHenry is in the studio as well. And your calls as well. We welcome them the whole way through the program. 8223 0000 with umpires set to be given stats to help aid them with Brownlow voting. Do you agree with that decision or not? Love your thoughts for a $50 Powers voucher or a Wallace Cinema double pass up for grabs. Remember, you can watch the show live at any time. We're on the Morn Team Hyundai live stream on Facebook and YouTube.
Gilly's unveiling his newest venture, Adam Gilchrist, I should speak of, Fox Cricket and cricketing great. It's called El Acuero. It's a premium additive-free tequila. It's born in Mexico, crafted for Australia. It's in all major liquor stores. For more, visit elacuero.com. Gilly, welcome.
Thank you very much. What a fine intro and what a fine effort at pronouncing that name.
Give it to us.
Well, can you give it to us correctly then?
Well, I guess technically if you try to get some sort of Mexican or stroke Spanish twang to it, it's El Acuero. But we're Aussies, we say El Acuero.
Yes,
okay.
So El
But I
Acuero.
don't really care how you say it as long as people enjoy
As long as you
it.
buy it.
Gilly,
Yeah.
Gilly, you didn't strike me as tequila being your choice of medicine.
I'm hearing this more and more, actually, that people are a bit surprised, but I've loved it for a long time. I did have the bad experience on tequila far too young, like most of us have done, but I've found a way back to some nice premium quality stuff. That's the difference with anything, isn't it? If it's done with a decent product, a quality product, it's going to be a better experience. So,
Bit of maturity
but always,
with it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, don't want to be the fun sheriff. Still got to be able to have a good time. But no, went to Mexico. It's been a bit of a passion project of mine for a long time, and finally got to Mexico and found a distilling partner to make a liquid that I hope people will enjoy and like. And it's been good fun, additive free. It's well, I don't know a medical expert that says it's good for you, but it's the least bad for you. As far as alcohols go.
Yeah. Well, as you said, it's crafted in Mexico. It's a pure tequila, no additives, which is what I like. I've actually acquired a little bit of a taste for tequila in my latter years. I remember as a young fella doing the lick, sip and suck. Is this one of these ones? Is it, Gilly?
No. Well, as I mentioned, I'll leave it to the individual to work out how they consume it. But no, I think most people do the lick, sip, suck because the tequila's that bad. They've got to wash their mouth out with lemon to get rid of the taste. But,
that's a good point.
Or put the fire out. Some of them are a little bit too burny and aggressive, but we've tried to craft something that's a bit less aggressive and obtrusive and just a nice experience. But we're keen to explore, showing that it's not just a margarita or a shot. You can drink it with sodas in tall glasses and have it with fresh juice and, as I say, low sugar soda and tequila in this health conscious world. Not a bad option. Tall glass, spice.
Coming into the right season for it. No doubt about that. Yeah. I'm interested in your Mexico research. I tried to do something similar in the 80s on a footy trip, and I'm not sure we got the right recipe, to tell you the truth. But when you went over there, who did you actually speak with?
We met with 8 distilleries.
Wow.
And I don't want to assume that all the listeners are that into tequila, that they need to know the fine detail. But you go to the region, the state of Jalisco. It's one of the major tequila-producing states or regions of the world. We went up into the highlands and met with 4 distillers. We went down into the Tequila Valley, met with 4, tasted their juice, what they do for their own label, and worked out whether we felt like it was, a quality product that we could work with to develop our own, and learned a bit about them, told them a bit about us. I tell you what, one thing they don't know much about in Mexico is cricket. So they didn't give a stuff about who I was. I was just the next man in line, but that made it all the more enjoyable to know that it was done in a genuine fashion, and we worked together, and we're partnering with a 3rd-generation distiller, actually, so nice heritage and history there, and supporting the local landscape there, which their whole life is tequila, which is just fascinating. It's a beautiful area.
How long is the process? What makes it premium, and does yours have a worm in it?
does not have a worm in it. So if it's got a worm in it, that probably tells you straight up that it's not going to be premium. Premium is the quality of the agave that is selected to make it. I guess similar to wine and quality grapes. Then the distillation and fermentation process. How thorough you are in that. I think probably the most important thing, and we've already touched on it, is the additive-free component. A lot of tequilas can add flavours and colourings, preservatives and other actual things like sugarcane juice to stretch out their tequila a little bit further in a commercial sense. That compromises quality a little bit, but we've certainly not entered into that space. So, and then the craftsmanship of the distiller, and as I say, we're third generation. That's grandfather, father, and now the son is distilling. So there's a lot of IP and knowledge there. So that's been really enjoyable to learn. I'm no expert, but I've learned a lot and I've really enjoyed it.
One thing about tequila I've noticed, the premium, which is also non-additive like yours, Gilly, is the pottery bottles, the premium tequila, the bottling. Have you got anything fancy with your bottling?
Our bottle is proprietary, so we designed our bottle. It's not just one off the shelf of the glass manufacturer. We put a lot of time and effort into just crafting something a bit traditional and a heritage feel, but also a little bit contemporary. So that's our own bottle. We've got a label that has a rustic sort of it looks like one of those yellowy coloured tickets that it was inspired from being in the distillery. There's a whole lot of blank clean skin bottles that have samples, and the distiller would walk over and sample it and then work out what batch it was when he made it, and he just whacked this ticket on there. It's not an adhesive ticket, and to hold it in place, he put an elastic band around it. So we've sort of played on that a little bit, and we've got a black sort of silicon band that goes around and has our name, the Elaquera name, which, by the way, means the keeper.
There it is.
A little bit of a subtle play in my past, but
love that.
Good.
More subtle than Ponting wines.
Elaquera.
So our bottles, it's a bit rustic. It's authentic, and we've got two. We've got the Blanco and the Reposado, which is an aged tequila, and then we've got another ultra age coming later on. But we're trying to maintain all that history and heritage.
Looks
in there.
nice.
Elaquera, the premium additive-free tequila for Adam Gilchrist, Fox Cricket commentator, and was one of our greats at cricket. Are you playing Kawaja or not?
Oh, I think they will. I think they'll stick with the sort of tried and tested method. Allow him the opportunity to show that he warrants his selection in the first place. This is all provided his back's good, which I think seemingly it is. So I think they'll stick with him. I think they'll keep a pretty similar lineup, to be honest, and then they'll wait and see from there. And Usman is aware as anyone that he needs some runs, particularly with what Travis did and the versatility that provides that team and that batting lineup. So I'd expect that's the way it'll go.
Gilly, I heard you say that you thought Travis's 100 was better than yours, your 57-ball 100 in 2006-7 series.
Big call.
It is a big call because, geez, that was a moment in Ashes history. But I went back and had a little look because I enjoyed it so much at the time. I thought, I'm going to go back and have a look at this. You were on a pair coming out. I couldn't believe that. And it was a little rusty to begin with.
Oh, yeah. And my first scoring shot went off, funnily enough, Andrew Flintoff was bowling to me yet again through that passage of time. He get me out for fun. But my first scoring shot flew through a catchable height gully area where I think Freddie was captain too, and he was a bit cooked from the heat, and he just forgot to put the gully in there. And all of a sudden I'm off the dreaded pair, and I reckon next ball I actually played a similar shot and creamed it through backward or forward point for four right out of the middle. And it was like, seriously, it was just like this.
Lightning bolt.
Oh, yeah, that's what it feels like. That's right.
That's great.
And that was enough to release the shackles a little bit or break the shackles, whatever you say.
Carnage from there.
Made it fun. Yeah.
Squash ball in glove or not at that stage?
Oh, yeah, good point.
I'd been using squash ball forever in training, but it wasn't in my glove in that instance. But it was later on after that that series over at the World Cup where I decided to use it in a game. But I think in reference to Travis, that just what was on the line, the match situation is what I'm looking at there. I mean, he was a bit pedestrian. He could have got on with it a bit more. But I think for what was riding on it, it was pretty important, wasn't it? It's completely, that was what it must have been like when the Don came out to bat against the peers of his time and a little micro shot, but Travis's peers in that match, no one looked like it, and then he just did it.
Yeah. Do you think the batting from both sides will decide this series? Because it seems like both teams have got fair stocks in the bowling department, and we've got great depth there, covering off for the skipper and Hazelwood at the moment, but it just seems like the batting might be the decider.
Well, it depends which way you look at it. I totally get your point. That the other angle is it is going to be the bowling that will decide it. And, the fact that Australia twice were able to knock England over. So you might say, well, it was England's batting that was poor, but a little bit of credit to Australian bowling's been left on the table here, I reckon. I don't think everyone's sort of fully cashed in on the acknowledgement of the Aussie bowling. Mitchell Stark's, 7 in the first was, so they're not bowling unplayable deliveries, but you've still got to build a plan. You've still got to have the right, field set and so on. And I thought Scotty Boland triggered that collapse beautifully in that second innings. He was the catalyst for change there. And it's a valid point either way, whichever angle you take. Both batting lineups are vulnerable at times. Both bowling lineups look like when they're doing their job, they're world class. And England didn't do their job with the ball in the second innings. They were scrambled. The leadership sort of seemed to just get flipped a little bit, and they sort of panicked, it seemed, under siege from Travis Head, and that's what he does there.
Pink ball, we're pretty good record with that Australia. Gabba Test, pretty good record at the Gabba. 2-0 up, and we could just about close the door, I reckon, Gilly, this test. Be nice to do that. The Poms nice and early.
It would be good. It would be good. We were in a very similar feeling position in 2005 away. We pumped them in the first test. We were going into the second, and we were 2 runs away from closing it out to 2-0 and feeling like we'd probably retain the Ashes. But fine margins, fine lines. I expect England to bounce back, actually. Whether that results in a win, we'll wait and see. But I do expect them to come in and be really competitive. All the discussion and commentary around their preparation or lack of, that they've proven, 4 hours before they lost that test, they were in the driving seat. So they know how to play. And there's some quality there, if not at times a bit reckless. But look, I think Pat obviously is with the team, but Smithy and Andrew McDonald, he'll have our team on high alert, ready for the rebound.
Gilly, as always, love your commentary. Better as a cricketer, and this tequila, I think it's going to be an absolute winner. Additive-free, born in Mexico and crafted for us Australians. Gilly, thanks for your time.
Pleasure, guys. Great to chat, and hope you enjoy a taste.
Will do.
Absolutely.
I will give that a little sniffy. Don't worry about that. El Acuero. That's too Italian? No. You give it a crack.
El Acuero. The keeper.
The keeper. How good's that? Adam Gilchrist, our guest.
Hot off the press.
At 21 after 5, so the news has come through that Usman Khawaja has been ruled out of the second test.
That's
in
code for
Brisbane.
So they haven't got an appetite to make a tough decision.
Ruled out, apparently, Stephen.
Okay.
Back injury is what they've stated. Cricket Australia's statement just minutes ago.
Call.
So is that the end of his career is a big question mark. He hasn't been taken out of the squad, per se, but...
Well, I'd hate him to go out that way because he's been an absolute, stalwart. He's been great. He's had a great career, then dropped, great career,
Come
then
back.
dropped. He's been back like Lazarus. I hope it's not the end, but this is the best call. Head can open, Webster comes in, drop line, play another batsman.
Well, Josh Inglis is another one who's in the frame too for a middle order position.
We're hearing that.
We just heard about the English have named a spinner.
England have named their team as well for the weekend. Will Jacks is going to come in to replace Mark Wood. Will Jacks is a spinner, so he'll play his first test in 3 years.
Woody's got a Woody.
Wood has done his knee, the same knee that he had issues with all year.
He's injured.
So that may cause some havoc for the pace lineup for the whole Ashes series, really, depending on how severe that is.
Wow, Uzi is out.
That's the big news. It's just dropped. So have you say Uzi and the opening position and the rest of the lineup for the Aussies, 8223 0000. It's 23 after 5.
Afternoon, a few things to look out for. The Savo, including a crash at Urbray, Fullerton Road near Waite Oval. Big delays through there. Dry Creek, debris on the road on the north-south motorway to the Wingfield interchange, delays outbound. And Cavanagh diesel spill still getting sorted at Port Wakefield Road near Churchill Road North, very slow and very slippery. Cameras, Gorge Road, Athelston and Kelly Road, Modbury. 'Tis the season for festive fun. From boutique shopping to visiting Santa in the Magic Cave and Santaland, shop where Christmas is made until 6 p.m. tonight. Only here, only Rundle Mall. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA celebrates 12 days of Christmas with Adelaide Zoo. Escape to the wild over the holidays with new giant pandas, capybara trio and more. An annual membership makes the best present. Keep listening for more gift ideas. Merry Christmas from 5AA.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, we, the Lynn Andrews team, have specialised in commercial and residential property management. But above all, we specialise in people, helping to make life easier for investors and tenants. Everyone is treated with empathy and respect. It's the way we do business. It's the Lynn Andrews way. For residential and commercial property management, we're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
There's taste bud titillations, decadent desires, and the mammoth hamper. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm Brett Charlesworth, and they're just 3 of the mouth-watering Christmas gifts we make for you at Charlesworth Nuts. With 90 different gifts from as low as $15, there's literally something for everyone. So make your list, pick the perfect Charlesworth gift for each person, and then watch their eyes light up on Christmas Day. Everyone loves Charlesworth, so you can't go wrong. 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better.
Hi, it's Jane Riley here. You've probably heard me talking about Fusion clinical trials. Clinical research is vital for paving the way in the development of new medications and future health management. This is Fusion's commitment in Adelaide with its team of doctors, health professionals and the community working together to improve the well-being of all Australians and those beyond our shores. Rest assured, we'll be hearing more about Fusion clinical research in the months ahead. Trusted research, proven results, Fusion.
Give the gift of kindness and sponsor a homeless animal this Christmas. Earn your halo by becoming an RSPCA Guardian Angel and give hope to an animal in need. Donate yourself or on behalf of family or friends and they'll receive a gift card confirming the animal they're helping. You'll make sure the animals have what they need to get through the festive season while waiting for their forever homes. Visit rspcaguardianangel.com.au to donate.
The wait is over. It's here, the Care Alert Emergency Watch. In a world of ordinary emergencies, only Care Alert delivers the extraordinary. Lightning-fast fall detection for those sudden slips. GPS tracking across much of Australia. Crystal clear, unique voice alerts that guide you through the panic. All in one sleek, shower-proof wrist companion. Its brilliance is in its simplicity. 24/7 monitored protection or direct calls to your 5 closest loved ones. Simple, elegant, sophisticated and unmatched. This isn't just a watch, it's your family's lifeline. Care Alert. Every second matters. Protect the ones you love. Visit carealert.com.au or call 1300 75 85 95 now because peace of mind starts today.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 27 minutes after 5. Very soon, Grace Gill as we prepare for the Matildas tonight live at Cooper Stadium. Kick-off at 8 against the Kiwis. We knocked them off 5-0 last time we met late last week. Can we do it again? And Sam Kerr may be on the track for our Aussies.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I did not know till I got into the sports room Matildas were playing at Cooper Stadium. They've sold out 16 stadiums in a row. The last time they were here, there was 50,000 here. It was unbelievable. Now, I'm not saying they're on the nose. No. Is it because it's a friendly, because it's New Zealand, it wasn't promoted? They don't have the same gloss as what they used to.
I think there's a lot of factors there. We're 15th in the world rankings, so I'm actually going to ask Grace Gill when we get her on just about whether that's fair or is it unders or where should we be. And New Zealand are 33 in the world, so they're not tragic, if you like. So the 5-zip, you don't know who's in and who's out in a friendly. That's the only thing. So anyway, we've got another one tonight at Coopers. Let's make sure we win it.
It'd be good to see Sam Kerr back in full flight, get back to her best. We're asking about Brownlow voting. They're apparently going to be given the stats. It's called Common Sense, another Common Sense VFL/AFL move, and some people like it and most don't. Hello, Dan.
G'day, guys. Just on the road back from the beautiful town of Woomera.
Woomera. Hey, drive carefully, mate.
Yeah, I'm almost home now.
Good one.
What I called about is there's all this chat about the Brownlow means nothing. The green tree frogs, they got no idea. No one cares about it, and everyone wants to get the AFL Players Association MVP. But you think there's 800 players in the competition? You got to think 40% of those players would not watch any other footy compared to their own games.
Yeah, that's the AFLPA one, isn't it, Daniel?
Yep, I agree, Dan.
Yeah, that's the...
I agree with you.
Yeah, the AFL Player MVP. People like Roy would know from James. James probably gets home from his game when he's playing AFL. I don't want to watch AFL. I want to do something else. So they get to the end of the year, and they just go, "Oh, I've heard Rowey say that Bont had a good season. I'll just pick him."
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think the coaches' vote is the closest thing, Daniel, to having a real distinctive player that stood out in both coaches' mind. So it's the home team and the opposition have decided that player is the best on the ground. I think that's the closest thing to it. I'm with you on the AFLPA MVP. That's just... There's no substance behind that one, so I'm with you on that, mate.
Great call, Dan.
But the umpires one is the umpires' vote.
That's it.
So if we want to keep it, that's what it is.
Have you say our number 8223 0000. Very soon, Grace Gill to join us on the other side of the headlines, and Jared Lyons too.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
The relationship between the Holdfast Bay Council and the Stamford Grand Hotel, it's reached a new low.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
Andrew Donadell is the Vice President of Operations at the Grand Hotel.
They seem to be blaming everything but their own project at this stage.
5AA Breakfast.
We just don't understand why they keep making these public statements that are not based on any facts.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Misrepresenting the business.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good evening, Tamira Francis with the 5:30 News headlines. The Premier wants his voice heard in a High Court challenge against the social media ban for under-16s. A state Liberal government in South Australia could switch on Adelaide's nightlife. The number of people on energy hardship payments has increased by 50% over the past 4 years, according to new data. And in sport, Usman Khawaja has been ruled out of the second Ashes test with back injuries he suffered in the Perth test almost 2 weeks ago. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Crash at Marston still causing delays. Marion Road near Galway Avenue. Erbray has delays with another collision. Fullerton Road near Waite Oval. And Dry Creek has debris on the road on the north-south motorway to the Winfield interchange. Big delays outbound through there. Really slow. Bryson Road, Glenorg East with the Cameron Main Road, Wollonga. Changes to age-restricted social platforms start soon. This means you'll need to be 16 or over to have a social media account. Details at esafety.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, clear and down to 13 overnight, mostly sunny and 30 tomorrow. Right now it's 21 degrees. We'll have more news for you at 6 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
City Discount Tires.
Get saving this month at City Discount Tires. Grab 3 Falcon Zeek ZE 310R passenger car tyres and get the 4th tyre absolutely free. Experience top-notch performance with exceptional grip on both wet and dry surfaces. Steer your way to citydiscounttires.com.au for even more great deals. City Discount Tires. We're driven by value.
City Discount Tires.
This summer, you can enjoy 50% cashback up to $50 from your coastal dining or seafood purchases in the Dining Cashback program. The next draw closes 1st of January with 60,000 dining cashbacks to be won each month. For entry and full T's and C's, visit southaustralia.com/dining cashback. Limitations apply. Licence numbers T25/2028, T25/2027 and T25/2026.
Trust FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store to have whatever you fancy. They've been recommending great wines, spirits and beers now for 50 years. A lot has changed, but you can still discover great labels from far and wide. And they've always been champions for the many great winemakers, distillers and brewers right here. Trust 3 generations of experience. Trust FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store since 1975. 50 years of offering whatever you fancy.
Introducing the Caliente by Beechwood Homes. A multi-level masterpiece of design, innovation and style. Inspired by the effortless glamour of Palm Springs in California, it's bathed in natural light through clever architectural design. At its heart, a stunning 6-metre island bench anchors a kitchen that's as beautiful as it is functional. The Caliente is open for viewing at 10 Simon Crescent, Craigburn Farm, Saturdays and Sundays 1 to 4:30 p.m. Life's good. It's even better in a Beechwood home.
They say one of life's biggest decisions is buying a home. But sometimes the hardest one is leaving it. At Anglicare SA, we're here to help you stay where you belong, at home. We offer support for everyday things like cleaning, gardening, cooking, but are also experts in care management, allied health, and clinical nursing. Because we believe there's no place like home. Let us help you stay where your heart is. Find out more at Anglicare SA. You are at home.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
I think sometimes we put ourselves down, for no reason. We just we think that we're so far behind, or we've got this sort of inferiority complex to the rest of the world in football. And we've got coaches all around the world. We've got top players all around the world at top clubs. So we must be doing something right. We must be doing something right, and we should be celebrating that.
Yes, Joe Montemuro, the coach of our Matildas, kind of talking to the point you had before the break, Timmy G.
Exactly. We've got...
I like the cut of this bloke's jib, Joe. I like him.
Well, we're going to find out whether Grace Gill likes her. 10 football and Paramount Plus, and a former Matilda herself, a great player. Grace, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having a chat.
Yeah, we're just listening to the coach there, and he's had a bit of an impact, I think, already.
Yeah, he has, and he's come into the role with really high regard. He's had a lot of success domestic football around the world, and he's come in with a really clear vision for the Matildas. And I think 8 games in tonight it'll be. We're starting to see the effect of that with the group, and from all accounts, the players are really enjoying what Joe Montemuro has brought in.
Yes, just got to get the credit in. The Combake Matildas taking on the Trans-Tasman rivals, New Zealand, in their final game. 8 p.m. Adelaide tonight at Cooper Stadium, live and free on Networks 10. We're ranked 15. I saw that today, Grace. I thought, is that a fair assessment, or are we unders there?
Well, I think from recent results, recent history with the Matildas, it's probably a fair assessment. We have dropped from the world rankings when you look at those numbers and make of those what you will. In the last few years, our highest ever ranking was when we were 4th back in 2016. So there's still a bit of work to be done there, but results in international football, tournaments and the like is what gets you back up towards those top 10 positions in the world ranking. And of course, with the Women's Asian Cup just coming up in March next year, those types of performances are really important.
Matildas are our sporting darlings, Grace. 16 games in a row, they were sold out. I remember going to the one here at Adelaide Oval, 50,000, big stadium sold out. Until I got to work today, I didn't know the Matildas were at Cooper Stadium playing New Zealand in a friendly. Is that my fault? Is that Football Australia's fault? Why don't we know? And is it sold out? And why isn't it at Adelaide Oval? Or is it the fact that it's New Zealand? I don't know. I feel a bit upset, Grace.
Yeah, it's a great question. From all accounts, tonight is a sellout at Cooper Stadium, which is really wonderful to see. Likewise, it was a few days ago at Gosford in New South Wales. So the Matilda's still drawing in numbers. And you're right, there was that long string of consecutive games where the Matilda's sold out in Australian stadiums. And from what I've understood, the tickets for the Women's Asian Cup are also going really quickly, and that's all across the country. So from Perth to the Gold Coast and Sydney. And Sydney, of course, is that 75,000-seater at Stadium Australia. So the market is still there. As for why it's perhaps not been loudly advertised in Adelaide to your account, it is a great question, but enough people have heard about it because from all accounts it is sold out tonight.
Yeah. Well, I would have loved someone from the Matildas to have rung us in the last couple of days, or might it be on us, Grace? Would you like Ellie Carpenter on? Would you love to chat to Sam Kerr? Would you like to get one of our keepers on? But we didn't even get that, so maybe they're just absolutely flying and they don't need our support.
Oh, I think that the support is always really well appreciated. I think in camp, in situations, camp environment, the girls' schedule is really tight. I know that whether they're flying back in from Europe or from other cities around Australia, they're straight into training, to recovery, and their time in the team environment together ahead of the Asian Cup in particular is really limited. They don't actually get much face time. So I know that that's used down to the minute in every way that they can. But look, I entirely think that the advertising, the marketing, the media behind the team is incredibly important. It's part of the reason why they are loved in the way that they are.
Hey, Grace, I'm looking to get a bit of an insight into some of the younger players in the squad. We all know you go through stages with your squads going into Asia Cups and World Cups and the like. Now, I know goalkeepers, and Rowey mentioned them, Mackenzie Arnold there, but young Chloe Lincoln, only 20 years of age in this squad. What can you tell us about her?
Oh, she's quality. She's one for the future, Chloe Lincoln. She is an incredibly good young talent. She's good on both feet. She's a great distributor, involved in the young Matildas already, and of course now 3 caps for her country as well in the senior team. She's got a bit of work to do, of course she does, because in front of her is the likes of Mackenzie Arnold and Tegan Micah. So she's still in, I guess, the ranks of climbing up to that top-level football, and she's still young. She's still just 20, but in terms of her actual stature, her height, she's got all of the right assets needed to be a world-class keeper, and early signs show that she'll be in the Matilda setup for a long time.
And a defender and a midfielder, maybe Amy Sayer, Winona Heatley?
Yeah, they're good. They're 2 really good names and 2 players I've been seriously impressed with in recent windows. Amy Sayer just seems to be going from strength to strength, and she's used in such a versatile fashion, whether it's out wide or she pushes centrally into a striking role or a midfielder. She's a very smart player, and I think every time I've seen her perform, I'm continuing to be impressed. And equally so, Winnie Heatley, and I'm glad you've mentioned her too, because she's done a fantastic job of breaking into the starting 11 in that centre-back position. And she too is young, but has this level of maturity about her game that is just a real joy to watch. And I think she's broken into a side that had a fairly tried and tested backline for some time, but Winnie Heatley seems to be putting her name up in a big way.
Where's Mary Fowler at?
She's tracking really well, Mary Fowler. She's well ahead of schedule of a normal ACL recovery time. Most players take up to 12 months until they're back on the field. Joe Montemurro was saying just a few weeks ago that she should be good to go by December, but they're not going to rush her back into training and that type of thing. They're going to take their time and do as they need to, but aiming for the 9-month mark, which would have her ready and back involved in top-level football into January and early February, which will have her well and truly in contention for the Asian Cup.
Brilliant. The other ACL, Sam Kerr, we're not as dependent on her, which is great. Imagine if she can get back to her absolute, brilliant, dominant best pre-knee, Grace. Wouldn't that be great for us?
Yeah, it's exactly what we want to see. And from all accounts, what Sam has been doing back in Chelsea at her club, and from the few appearances we saw her back with the Matildas when they played Wales and England in the last window, she is looking fit all over again. It was a slight calf tightness that Montemurro alluded to about why she wasn't involved in Friday night's game. So really hope we see her tonight at Coopers Stadium. Excellent. But a fit and firing Sam Kerr is what everyone wants to see.
Hey, Grace, we've had a unique home-style food text come in asking Charlie Grant, knee injury. How serious is that?
Yeah, in the presser in the last week, Joe Montemurro said that she's probably got a couple of months. So looking sort of December into January for Charlie Grant to be back in action, which is a real shame. Of course, Charlie would have loved to have been here in Adelaide, her hometown, in front of family and friends, and she has been around this Matilda setup for some time, a really important part of the squad and a great character. But yeah, a couple of months sidelined, which is really unfortunate.
Well, hopefully she can get back fit and strong too. Only 24 years of age. One of our very important players in the future. Grace, thank you very much for your time, and go Matildas.
Thanks, Grace.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That is 10 Football Paramount Plus expert Grace Gill, of course, an ex-Tilly herself. And CommBank Matildas will take on the Trans-Tasman rivals New Zealand. Final game of the year, 8 p.m. tonight, Cooper Stadium, live and free on Network 10.
And Football Australia have put out a release in the last hour or so that they are announcing the induction of 3 great footballing people here in our country to their Hall of Fame, including Tim Cahill, who is, of course, the Socceroos' all-time leading goal scorer, Matilda's pioneer in Sharon Black, and Roy Hay, who is a historian of the game and preserved lots of their history. So well done to those 3. They'll be honoured tonight at Coopers.
That is brilliant. Hello, Vinny Cottogio.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Hey, Vinny.
With the soccer, I mean, you've got to realise it's they're playing at the Highmarsh Stadium, and I guess the Australian Soccer League, they didn't want to advertise because they would have fit 16,000 easy. But mind you, if they went to the Adelaide Oval, then they'll be advertising, to get them in, because I reckon that was the only reason why they kept quiet, because they knew they were going to fill up the soccer stadium. I mean, it's a shame, because it would be lovely was at Adelaide Oval, 50,000. That would have been great.
Yeah, good point. I didn't think of that. Yeah.
That's my only reason why I reckon they did it.
So it came in under the radar.
Yeah, and look, it's a friendly. I get that. It's New Zealand. It's not one of the the big countries. It was Brazil or Argentina or Team USA or, God, they'd be hanging off the rafters. Thanks, Vinny. Good call. Love your work. Hello, Paul.
Good afternoon, boys. Timmy.
Yes, sir.
I saw an article on Sunday. It was in the Sunday Mail, but I didn't get the Sunday Mail.
Okay.
About the very biased Port Adelaide hating Graham Corns.
Aren't you used to that, Paul?
Oh, God.
About how far ahead the Adelaide Crows are over Port Adelaide.
Yep,
I'd like to know where he got his information from. Did he see both teams train, or what's the go, or is he just trying to slag Port Adelaide again because Chad got the boot?
Oh, look, Paul, I think it runs a lot longer and deeper than that, Paul. It's been going on for a very long time inside Graham's mind, and, let him keep writing it, I say, because
exactly.
What month is it? It's December. We wouldn't be worried about that one, Paul.
Timmy?
Yes?
You still there?
Yes.
Also, if he is correct, what's going on at Port Adelaide? Why are they so far down, or is their fitness regime not up to standard or up to scratch, or what's the go?
Well, pre-season's only started about a week ago, so I wouldn't be putting anything in the ground just yet, Paul. I reckon it's the old story, isn't it? You do your pre-season, you get as fit and strong as you possibly can. Everybody's fitter and faster than they've ever been, all that business. You get to the season and then let the season roll out, and then you can only judge a season and its preparation by the end result. So I'll wait till then, Paul.
I'd be careful. I'd be careful in December making comparisons.
Yeah, 5:45. Let's check your traffic very shortly, Jared Lyons.
Big delays at the moment at the Southern Expressway at Hackham West, just near Main South Road. Can't see any accident right now, but just keep it in mind. Big delays back a couple of Ks there. It's heading outbound too. Uber A crash, Fullerton Road near Waite Oval. Cavan, a diesel spill. Port Wakefield Road near Churchill Road North. And Dry Creek debris on the road on the north-south motorway near the Wingfield interchange. Camera, North East Road, St Agnes. Hurry, Woolworths' biggest Black Friday ends soon. Save up to 50% on personal care, tech and more. Shop online by December 2. While stocks last, T's and exclusions apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes in Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. The Excelsior Hotel's $22 schnitzel and pint offer in the front bar every day. The Excelsior Hotel, Coghlan Street, Brompton. feels like coming home, but better.
Our place is your place at the Albion Hotel. Your place to raise a glass to a big sporting win, a milestone birthday, or just making it through the week. Cheers. Your place to bring the entire family, including the kids and grandkids, for an amazing meal together. Your place to sit back and just soak it all in. The Albion Hotel. Your local, your people, your place.
Come on in.
We open our doors to people we trust and care about. And for over 90 years, South Australians have been opening their doors to Rest Haven. In turn, we've been opening doors to an easier, better life at home. From personal care to help with the shopping and social outings, you'll welcome the care that Rest Haven brings.
Princess Cruises has released the return of the most anticipated cruise itinerary, the Circle Pacific, sailing in June 2028. Cruise round trip from Sydney and spend 94 beautiful nights on board Grand Princess, visiting the South Pacific, Hawaii, Japan and Alaska. Book with Phil Hoffman Travel and receive free airfares to Sydney, transfers and bonus onboard spending money. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel, voted Australia's most outstanding travel agency 2025, 13-time winner. Visit pht.com.au.
Solar Power Direct's Black Friday sale has been extended for 1 week only. Whether you're looking for savings on your solar system or a backup battery to get through unexpected summer blackouts, make the switch to solar today with Solar Power Direct. Don't wait. Discover extended Black Friday sales and chat with the experts at Solar Power Direct's state-of-the-art Croydon showroom, or browse the range of deals at solarpowerdirect.com.au. Solar Power Direct. T's and C's apply.
On 7 News, the social media ban special. Social media shutting down for your children. But what will the ban really mean, and will it work? Each night, how the ban will roll out. On 7 News, live at 6.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 11 minutes to 6. Guess what? It's Tuesday night, which means it's Neg McHenry night. He's going to be in studio with us after 6 o'clock. And we are on the road again on Thursday. Come join us down at Light Terrace in Theberton, because we're going to be at the world's fastest growing sport paddle fit, rather.
That's it.
The new purpose-built paddle court. It's just behind the Coke factory in Thebe. So come join us 4 o'clock Thursday.
I enjoyed watching this bloke play. He is our next guest. 194 AFL games with 3 clubs, 21 with Glenelg last year. He was hard-working, he was skillful, certainly an on-field leader. One of those ones that never fumbled. I speak of Jared Lyons. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys. Pleasure.
Congratulations on your career. I know we spoke to you when you finished in the AFL, but the timing of this one from Glenelg, quite a late call, I would have thought. Pre-season's just started, Jared.
I think it was more the announcement than the late call.
Okay.
It was probably known from the BNF night, really, that it'd be a bit tough to go around again. I didn't realise how committed the boys at the Sample were, and having a couple of kids and playing last year. It was actually quite hard, so I'm glad I did. But that's time is up on professional footy for me.
Yeah. Well, the lure of playing with your brother Corey would have been the magic of the year. Then the thought of another pre-season. The Sample is a tough comp, isn't it, Jared?
The dedication those boys put in for, I guess, I won't go down the cash route, but the way
minimum
they train,
chips. Minimum chips.
Yeah, minimum chips. It is a bit like that. Like 3 sessions a week plus 2 or 3 weights. It is really a dedication sort of thing. And when you've got a couple of kids, I think I was the only one with kids when I was at Glenelg, so it sort of shows that it does make it quite tough.
Jared, you started your career way back in Victoria. Where's home now?
We're actually building a house in Grange currently and living in Fulham Gardens. So, Adelaide is certainly where we'll be based for a while. I very much enjoyed here and can't see myself moving at the moment.
When you decided to come back and play with Glenelg, was it purely, Corey saying, come on, mate, let's have 1 year together?
Definitely. It was probably the fact that we had two or three at Brisbane but never actually played
with
a game together, like an official game. So to be able to go out together, and the place where I started probably 14, 15 years ago now.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
even to play with like Max Proud, who was there back then.
Maxie.
And, enjoy just getting back to a place that gave me a chance, really. I really enjoyed it there. And there were some guys like the Water Boys and all that. Even Modsy was still there. So it was really nice to get back.
When you were growing up, I'd noticed there's a 6-year gap between you two. Now, depending on the age gap, depends on how much you bash your younger brother. How were you two growing up? Were you more of a, I'm going to help him, or more of a, he's a competitor?
It was a bit of one-way traffic back then. We were quite young. And I guess when I left to go to the AFL, he was only, 18 to 12, really. So we never really got to spend a lot of time together in that regard. So, to do that and still play together and even play in the midfield and things like that and train and do all that was, it was very enjoyable. And, I don't regret any of it. It was great fun.
Well done. Did I see that you won the Snout Slouts Award out at Glenelg, that coveted award, Jared?
I actually did, Rowey, and it was probably one of the ones that I'm very proud of over the years.
Bloody oath.
Those sort of awards where you're recognised by a group that gives so much to a footy club was it was a bit of unexpected, to be honest, on BNF night. So very proud of that, and obviously very humbled by the Glenelg Footy Club and what they've given me.
Well done. What do you think you're going to miss?
Probably the structure of it all, like knowing where you have to be from basically 5 o'clock till 7 every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and things like that. The fans after games staying in the club rooms, but I'm still going around with Harndorf next year, so it'll be a bit of country footy for me almost, which would be nice.
Oh, good on you. Did you have a side hustle whilst you did your AFL career? Did you study anything, or?
I actually did bits and pieces. I studied a bit of teaching. I'm actually currently a BDM for a building company, which has got about 7 or 8 ex-AFL footballers through it. I think Sticks Kernan even does a bit of work with John's Ling group. So there's 7 or 8 of us rolling through that. Dan Rich to be one of them, Alex Witherden, Pierce Hanley actually doing a bit. So I'm really enjoying what I'm doing now. And Adelaide definitely changed a bit since I was last here.
How'd you find Darren Reeves as a coach?
He's one of the best. He very much like Fags, the way he sort of coaches, but is family first orientated, and you can see why those two coaches have had so much success over the last 3 or 4 years. So had a great time. We still keep in touch, and I'm actually really glad he got his AFL shot because he's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, having seen him in action with the state team in the last couple of years, I agree with you thoroughly. That's why I asked the question. I thought, well, you're a lot closer to it, and that experience you've had at Brisbane as well. We also spoke to Stewie Dew, of course. He's back at Alberton, but he said one of the things at Brisbane that impressed him the most was the ability to do the same thing over and over again really well.
It definitely was. Once you start something that you know works, there's no point changing too much, like little bits here and there. But honestly, we ran through the same training drills for 6 or 7 years, like the same sort of schedule, things like that. You just tinker with it here and there, but it works. And, guys got used to it. They knew where they needed to be. And obviously the last 3 years has sort of reaped the rewards there. And I think Glenelg was very much the same.
Well, you were such a team-orientated player, Jared, in every club, in every game you played for. You never let anyone down, as clean as a whistle, as I said, super skillful, hard-working, a leader. Mate, a great career. To play 194 AFL games is just an outstanding achievement. All the best with up playing in the hills and your kids and your afterlife of football. I'm sure whatever you put your hand to, it'll be a huge success, mate. Enjoyed watching you play. Thanks for your time.
No, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Timmy. Thanks, Rowey. And Rowey, you were there when it all started.
Yes, I was.
I haven't forgotten that. So, thanks for everything. And, appreciate it.
And despite all that, you were still successful. Well done, Jay.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Good on you,
Thank you,
Jared.
guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, he was one of those young kids, bit like when Richard Douglas came through Glenelg and Travis spoke. You just know class.
It's amazing when you see
on and off the field, I'm saying, class. And he was certainly that. Yeah, no surprise. Goes on to play in League 200 games.
Fantastic.
Ripper kid. Hello, Andrew.
Oh, g'day, boys. How are you?
Good, mate.
I was in the car on the way home, heard that the young chap call in about the Players Association medal. I think it's got some credit. They if their line coach is doing their job, they should be watching a couple of hours of their direct opponent a week. So they're watching a fair bit of footy across their line. Mostly they'd be voting in their line, but I guess if every line does that, it's going to be pretty even. It'd be interesting anyway. But I don't think it has no credit, that's for sure.
No, I hear where you're coming from. They all have credit. Players, as the AFLPA, has a certain element of
think about it.
prestige. The coaches one has a bit more prestige because you want to impress your coach more than you want to impress your teammate.
Yeah. Or
and then
your
there's
opposition.
which is the prestige of 150 years of the Chaz Brownlow. I mean, they all hold a place.
I think it's the point that was made earlier was how difficult is it for a player to have a cross-section of 9 games every weekend. That's the difficulty. And the consistency
No one's gonna have
of
that.
being able to vote across that is almost impossible.
Most AFL players watch their game, do their line meeting, and that's it.
Yeah.
I know my son was like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can't focus
Didn't
on more than
watch
one.
a stitch of
Well,
game.
a lot of them
We've got
want the downtime.
an AFL player walking in very, very shortly.
He'll
His
be able to
name's
tell
Ned
us
McHenry,
better.
and we'll ask him which one.
Great
Done.
question. 6 o'clock news.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Tyre Power's Big December deals gives you the power to save on a huge range of Toyo tyres. 'Tis the season to buy 3 and get 1 free on selected Toyo tyres, plus more Big December deals store-wide at Tyre Power. Visit tyrepower.com.au.
When you book a hearing test with Can Do Hearing, you'll be seen by an accredited audiologist. Can Do Hearing is South Australian, and we're not owned by a hearing aid manufacturer. This means we only recommend what's going to work for you, and your options are almost endless. Plus the extra bonus, our profits go to Can Do for Kids, supporting local kids living with hearing and vision loss. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing today. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Toolkit Depot. Trade day is on this Thursday, for 1 day only. Spend 250 smackarollers in store and you'll get a $50 back in TKD bucks.
All right, times that by 2, spend $500 and get $100 back in TKD bucks. Now, the more you spend on your favourite trade brands, the more you get back. So choose from Milwaukee, Makita, DeWalt, King Chrome, Pazload, Unimig and more. They got it all.
They got it all. So whether you're a tradie or a DIYer who just loves to get on the tools, make sure you take a look at the Toolkit Depot's trade day this Thursday.
Now, get into one of their 5 SA stores or shop online at toolkitdepot.com.au. T's and C's and some exclusions apply.
When you're gone, who gets the things that tell your story? Like the classic car you've kept immaculate, the beach shack filled with family memories, or the record collection from your youth. If you don't plan now, it could get messy. Donlan Lawyers specialise in wills and estate planning. From the simplest to the most complex, Donlan Lawyers will give effect to your wishes. For wills and estate planning, visit donlanlawyers.com. Hindmarsh Square, Adelaide, and Ocean Street, Victor Harbour.
How many times a day do you experience hand or wrist pain? If simple things like cooking, holding a cup of tea or coffee, and recreational activities are giving you pain, do something about it. At Grip Surgery, we specialise in hand trauma, carpal tunnel syndrome, osteoarthritis, joint replacement, sports injuries, nerve pain, and more. To get a grip on the life you loved before, free from hand pain, visit gripsurgery.com.au. That's gripsurgery.com.au.
The news and information that matters. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Clear and down to 13 overnight. Mostly sunny and 30 tomorrow. Good evening. I'm Tamira Francis with the 6 o'clock news.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
3 people have been arrested after a house fire unearthed a drug lab at Salisbury East. The occupants of the Hazel Road property, a 25-year-old man, 62-year-old woman and 53-year-old man, have been charged with manufacturing a controlled drug. The 53-year-old man was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening burns to his legs. Allegedly, police found chemicals and equipment consistent with drug manufacturing in the kitchen. The woman was searched and allegedly found to be in possession of approximately 30 grams of meth. She's been charged with trafficking a controlled drug also. She has been refused bail to front court tomorrow. Both men have been bailed to face court in January. The Premier wants his voice to be heard in a High Court challenge against the social media ban for under 16s. Two 15-year-olds are trying to overturn the laws before they even come into effect on December 10. Premier Peter Malinauskas says the ban is about safety, not punishment.
It's not okay for social media companies to be investing in algorithms that are deliberately designed to get young people addicted.
Communications Minister Annika Wells says they won't be deterred by the High Court challenge.
We are taking on big tech and we will not be flinching in the face of any intimidation, any threats, and we will be defending this law in the High Court.
There has been a 50% jump in the number of people experiencing energy hardship as power prices continue to rise. Michael Packey has the details.
4 years ago, the Albanese government promised electricity bills would come down by $275 from late 2025. Instead, new data shows most households have seen their energy costs increase by around $1,200. Energy Minister Chris Bowen admits there's more to do to reduce power prices, but argues it'll happen as more renewables enter the grid.
We have a plan to put prices down, they have a plan to put prices up.
But opposition leader Susan Lee says Australians are struggling as the government pursues net zero emissions at all costs.
Because when energy is unaffordable, everything is unaffordable.
More than 200,000 people are now receiving hardship assistance to help pay their power bills.
The opposition has broadly welcomed Labor's AI blueprint but admits it could lead to some job losses. The plan is focused on capturing the opportunities artificial intelligence can bring across the economy. An AI Safety Institute will also be set up to monitor and address any risks given the technology won't be governed by specific legislation. Liberal Senator Dean Smith says the benefits of AI cannot be underestimated.
Technology advances and technology changes, and while there might be some transitory job losses, living standards improve, productivity improves, and I think the quality of workers' experiences improves over the medium to long term as well.
A Liberal government in South Australia could switch on Adelaide's nightlife all year round with the establishment of a dedicated office and ministerial portfolio to support the hospitality industry. The Office for Nighttime Economy would work with industry to promote, develop and support after-dark events. Shadow Minister for Hospitality Ben Hood says red tape and regulation is holding the industry back.
Hospitality venues, pubs, our clubs, our restaurants, having to give duplicate information and forms to different departments and different offices. We want to tighten that up, have an online portal where they can go and they only have to do it once so that they're not spending time in admin on their business, they're actually in their business.
The office would consist of a commissioner and a number of staff costing $1.7 million annually. Now turning to 5AA Sport. Matthew Clark's successor has been appointed to lead the Crows AFLW team. Adelaide has secured its new senior coach, Ryan Davis. He's been poached from the Lions AFLW coaching staff. Davis has spent the past 2 years at Brisbane after starting his women's AFL coaching career in 2020. He was also a former AFL player himself with stints at West Coast and the Suns. Former umpire Dean Margett says the AFL shouldn't change the Brownlow voting system after a report officials would be given match statistics next season.
It's not a media award. It's not the 3AW Football of the Year award. It's not this, it's not that. It's the umpire's view, and I think we should just probably leave it in its special nuance as it is.
To cricket, Usman Khawaja has been ruled out of the second test with an ongoing back injury. He has not been replaced in the squad with no words yet as to who will replace him. He will have more of this story in the next bulletins. 3 inductees into the Football Australia Hall of Fame tonight at the Matildas match against New Zealand at Adelaide's Coopers Stadium. Ex-Socceroo Tim Cahill, former Matildas legend Sharon Black and historian Roy Hay join an esteemed list of personalities in the Football Australia Hall of Fame. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Evening there. Big delays with the smash at Urbray, Fullerton Road near Waite Avenue. Still got delays with Dry Creek, debris on the road there. North-south motorway to the Wingfield interchange. We are sluggish Brighton Road at Glenelg East. Cameras tonight, Balmoral Road, Durham Court and Blacks Road at Gillis Plains. Shop the Black Friday sale at Nespresso and save up to 30% on selected coffee machines. Ends tonight, 11:29pm. T's and C's apply. Nespresso. What else? Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clear and down to 13 overnight, mostly sunny and 30 tomorrow. Thursday, partly cloudy and a top of 34. Friday, sunny and 26. Saturday, a possible shower and 23. Right now, it's 21 degrees on 5AA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
Brenton Radless.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
With the news that matters to you.
The government insists it's a win for the state's economy.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
Brazen daylight firebombing attack at the Torrensville supermarket.
Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
If your air conditioner is over 15 years old, it's costing you way too much to run. With today's technology on ducted and split systems, REQ air conditioning can reduce your running costs considerably with brands like Mitsubishi Electric, keeping your entire home at the perfect temperature all year round for less. Stay cool, stay warm, save money with REQ Air Conditioning and Energy Solutions. Google REQ Air Conditioning for a free in-home quote.
Christmas is a time of giving, not taking. But right now, poverty is taking too much from too many Australian children. Too much of their potential. Too much of their confidence. Too much of their self-belief. Don't let it take their future too. Give the gift of extra learning support to change a child's school year. Please, donate today. Search the Smith family.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Playing in front of your family, the place you grew up, playing in front of the Queensland fans, it's always special.
Yeah, day-night cricket is back on Thursday. Marnus Labuschagne speaking about playing at the Gabba in front of his home fans. It's 8 minutes after 6, and the big news today that's come out in the last hour is Usman Khawaja is out of the second test. They've cited the back injury is the reason. Who knows if there's anything more to it, but the selectors have made their call.
Yeah, he's been boned. Tell his story walking. Soft fall. Hello, Nettie.
Hello, boys. Good to be here.
Hey.
Khawaja out. You're comfortable with that? You're happy with that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Geez, I feel like the Australian cricket community turned on him pretty quickly, didn't we?
Yeah, we're good like that.
Yeah, we're very good at that in Australia.
Well, he let us down. He had a sore back.
I know.
The first innings, he went and had a number 2, and he was off for too long.
Oh, he's not the back spasms. That was a poorly managed exit, wasn't it? That should have been.
Well, it nearly cost us the test.
Yeah. You wouldn't have a team manager allow that happening.
No.
So that was pretty poor, I thought, on the whole cricket
Steve Smith
Australia
was going,
thing.
where is he? You
and that
could
was
see him
poor
going,
as well.
what's going on?
So
that
didn't help his cause.
No.
And he's also come into this series with not many runs behind him.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a cloud on his selection as far as that goes. But we needed experience because we really don't have any openers smashing the door down.
Yeah.
So you get it.
I think where he lost a lot of Australians, maybe me, is he had a round of golf in the Pro-Am, the
3 round.
3 round. There you go.
That was
and now if you want to do your back end, pay 3 rounds of golf.
Yeah. I can vouch for that.
And then he said the pitch was shit. And he didn't even bat on it. He just,
I know,
the old Free Palestine and all that sort of stuff. That gets to me a bit as well.
It's got nothing. I'm not sure where that came from.
And Cricket Australia have just
and politics out of it.
Yeah.
Now, Ned McHenry, would you rather win the Brownlow for the prestige, an AFL Coaches Award for the cred, or an AFL MVP for the popularity? Because that's really all it is.
Still a Brownlow, still the most prestigious award, without doubt. Yeah, I've been strong on thinking that the umpires need more support, and it sounds like they've gotten that, haven't they? Today,
well, they're going to get access to stats.
Yeah,
you'd say yes.
I think
yes,
so.
Please.
Yeah, keen to hear your thoughts on it. I think it's the right move from what happened last year. It just obviously favours the midfielders even more so, doesn't it? But there was times when Jeremy Cameron and others kicked big bags of goals and had huge influence, and they didn't get votes.
That's where I come from. I think cricket's got it right. They value the bat and the ball equally with achievements, whether it's a 5 for a 6 for an 8 for 100 runs, 200 or 300, whatever. Or if you're a Pat Cummins that you make a really important 40 and you got a 3 for, well, that's better than someone that got a ton because you've done it with bat and ball.
But umpires don't vote on that.
So what's more important, like for umpires for the Brownlow? So Jeremy Cameron, on a really good All-Australian defender, kick 6 really good goals and some crucial ones that puts them in front, or the midfielder in the opposite team in the winning team that had 40 possessions. What would you rate out of that?
Oh, definitely the first one. It's going to be interesting how.
But they don't, do they?
No,
they
don't. No. But maybe there needs to be a level of communication between the AFL and umpires, Timmy, on how we're weighting, the voting.
Well, I think they need to get a criteria for it. I'll give you another one. Scott Pendlebury's very good with ball in hand. He would, on a really good game, probably get 25 touches. Yep. Of those 25, he'd probably go at 90%.
Yeah.
Of that 90%, he'd probably have 11 or 12 score involvement. So he's in the chain where he started and a couple of goal assists, and he might have even kicked a goal himself. Great numbers. And he gets it at really important times, I reckon.
But those numbers aren't screaming at you, is that your point?
They're not screaming at you, right? So that's his game. I'm just using him as an example. And I wrongly used Paddy Cripps, who's an accumulator, who might have got 40. And it was a good 40, but not a great 40.
Yeah.
I think if Paddy's having 40, it's a wrong example.
I get your point. I think there's other players that are accumulators that might not have the
see where I'm trying to go with
I do, but my issue is give the umpires those numbers and they'll gravitate towards it more.
I think you might be right.
So you wouldn't have done it, Timmy?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no.
You think the Brownlow in its position now is perfect though? It's not, is it?
No, of course not.
So what would you do to fix it then?
No, I'm not fixing it. It's their decision. It's always been their decision, and I've never rated it. I've never rated a McGarry medal or a Brownlow medal because they're picking it, and I didn't have the greatest relationship with them. So I was concerned about their opinion on who they thought was best on. I do not care. I do not care.
You sound like a man who was robbed once or twice, I reckon, after some really good games.
No, but you don't know him.
What a one vote for the year.
He would rather have his 7 flags, and I see where he's coming from.
I know,
it really it is their decision, and I think we should keep it that way without influencing it by putting another stat sheet in front of them, which I think they'll gravitate more to somebody who gets 40.
I think they will.
They go,
too.
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's helping. I don't think that's helping. And with this, now there's 4 umpires out there. Surely they just vote for whoever they thought had the biggest impact.
And I think they're human too, right? So there's been some backlash from the public perception on the Brownlow and on their voting. So I think they'll probably vote a little bit safer heading into next year, won't they? And that's going to lean into your point around gravitating towards stats.
Where I think the AFL have taken criticism and the like and probably reacting to it is the fact that the last 2 winners have had very big numbers. So 45 and 39 the last 2 years, I reckon.
Yep.
So they're big numbers and they're probably going, why is that? Especially the year that Cripps had, they didn't make the finals.
No, it's huge, wasn't it?
That is an anomaly where you've got to go, okay, so why are you giving him 3 votes when they lost the game by 6 or 7 goals? Because for me, as a player, I don't care what impact you've had for Carlton. It wasn't good enough to win the game, but his was.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So is that in summary, is that why the players are getting such large amounts of votes, the players towards the top of the poll, Timmy? Yeah. It's because they're getting votes in losing games?
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening. And he stands out. And obviously Rowey had a really good year as well, but he was getting votes that you go, oh, hang on, they got touched up there.
And probably it would help that those particular players are sucking up the umpire's bum. Oh, here you go. Oh, good decision, son. And sending him flowers or Hague's chocolates or cartons of beer at his house.
You reckon that's happening, do you?
But there are suckholes out there.
No. Are they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Hey, I want to ask you this one.
Nice segue.
The AFLPA MVP and all the votes at the end of the year. So most courageous, best captain.
Yeah.
How hard is it for players to do that?
It is
how
tough.
much effort do you put into it?
Oh, I did it obviously for 6 years or however long, and I put absolutely zero effort into it, to be completely honest.
And most would be like you, wouldn't they?
I did all my favourite players. Liam Baker, he was my favourite, so he'd get a vote. Jack Stephen, when he was at St Kilda. Jack Stephen might have played 3 or 4 games, but I loved him, so he'd always go in.
See, now...
Dangerfield would help me out with some fishing gear. You get a couple, Danger. You're a bit quiet. That's fine.
So it sort of answers the call we had earlier. I think it was Andrew that called in about the AFLPA and said, you do line meetings.
Contest.
No, he said you do line meetings. You'd have a good view on things, but you've just absolutely debunked it completely by saying no.
I think it is a good point. The opposition analysis and your line analysis is so thorough in the AFL. There's no doubt about it. You'll sit for 45 minutes as a forward and evaluate their backline strengths, weaknesses. But to think that you can actually recall all of that information and how a player progresses throughout the whole year, not just the game they played the week before you play them, is really tough. And I think players
you
are biased.
play half a dozen teams once.
Yeah, exactly. And you preview the Gold Coast Suns before your round 3 clash, and you do your voting by round 22. And there might have been a player in really good form at the start of the year that then becomes injured or whatever it is. So I think
it's not a. What would you say? There's not a lot of rigour around that voting system.
Yeah, it's a great call, but I don't think necessarily you've got all the information.
So to sit down and do that questionnaire, that's basically what it is. Write down your 3 best players in order. Write down the most courageous player. How long would that take you? That process of filling that AFLPA questionnaire in?
From memory, it'd be less than 5 minutes, I reckon. 5 to 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. And how many players would just hand it to their best mate and say, you just fill it out for me?
I can't speak on that. Look, I can't recall many players going out into a quiet room and really kind of getting a cup of English breakfast and doing it like it's homework in year 12. But I think there is some merit in it. Like, you're not going to choose people that you don't feel are deserving, but it's hard to do a really good job at it. And maybe, you know, as what do you always say? We're just fans in the stand, which we are. Yeah. And maybe it is a little bit harder to vote on things like the Brownlow and game. So I get it from both sides. But if you're asking players to be really diligent about anything other than worrying about their own performance or the team's performance, I don't think it's
whereas the AFL Coaches Award, that is the coaching group on both teams, collectively together do a 5-4-3-2-1. They add the two things together, and if you're a BOG by the length of the straight, Ned McHenry gets 10.
Yep.
I think that is by far a better system.
Oh, it is. Yeah, an opposition coach determining that you had a huge impact on the game against the side that he's coaching. Like there'd be no better feeling or no better, kind of, what's the word, Timmy? No better validation than that. Your opposition coach.
But credibility.
The credibility, all of that. But the Brownlow, as Timmy said, there's just so much fantastic prestige around it. It's not going anywhere. No. So it's an interesting conversation around whether you adjust things, change things. But the Brownlow will be the Brownlow, and it always will be. Nothing will overtake it.
Let's get rid of the fairest part. Just call it the best and most brilliant.
Yeah, well, that's the McGarry model, isn't it?
Is it?
McGarry.
No, we're still fairest and best.
If you get Ross out, you're out.
You can't win it.
Oh, sorry. I said, but isn't the McGarry, isn't it the best and most... There's something about the McGarry, Sam, isn't there? There is. It's different terminology.
Fairest and most brilliant
It's
player.
fairest and most brilliant.
Brilliant, isn't it?
So it's definitely, if you get suspended, you're not.
And the Brownlow's fairest and best.
Okay, beg your pardon. So, it's the brilliant, but yeah. So you, would you
just get rid of the fairest.
Yeah. Well, you don't want someone king hitting someone or something.
But if you king hit someone, you're out for 7. You're not going to win it anyway because you've missed 7 games for getting 3 votes.
Okay, yeah. I understand your point. What do you think, Timmy?
Yeah, it depends on the misdemeanor.
Okay. I could trip you and cost me a game because I lunged at you, and I can cost a Brownlow.
Yeah, look, that
or wrestling isn't wrestling. You can wrestle someone.
Yeah, they give fines for that these days.
Didn't Cripps get let off that second Brownlow or the first Brownlow he won because?
Yeah, that was the head-eye thing.
That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
see, but do you reckon he meant that?
No, of course he didn't.
So the AFL would sit around and go, look, guys, we're going to have to do something about this, aren't we? When was the last time someone voted at the highest of the Brownlow and missed from suspension?
Yeah, I think you've got to go back to sort of McKernan and Chris Grant missed one.
And I think they want to save themselves of that embarrassment. We've got a football manager now, a GM of football in the AFL now that is trying to fix up all these common sense things that are ridiculous, that a stroke of a pen can fix, and this is another one of them.
Swanee.
We have had
old Swanberger.
Well, yeah, so the answer to that question, we've had 3. So 96, Corey McKernan, famous for that.
Yeah.
97, Chris Grant.
Twice.
And 2012, Joe Watson originally won, obviously. When they came ineligible.
Yeah.
So technically that's one of them as well.
That's one I'm hot on.
I reckon one day they will retrospectively give that back to him.
That was so wrong what they did.
Wasn't it?
So wrong. He doesn't know today, standing there, what
he took.
And they don't know.
And they don't know here.
So how you can say take it off him, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Bloody peptides. I take those.
You look like you've done no peptides in your life. You'd be safe. If I was ASADA testing you, I reckon you are safe as houses. There'd be a chicken twisty coming out in that DNA test, and that's it.
I can tell you where I put a chicken twisty.
No, all right, let's get to a break. It's 21 after 6. More Ned next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA celebrates 12 days of Christmas with the Earl of Leicester, a stunning heritage pub on Leicester Street, Parkside, lovingly restored with the perfect balance of timeless character and modern warmth. Ideal for festive feasts. Merry Christmas from 5AA.
Cluedo is coming to the stage. Was it Miss Scarlet in the kitchen with the candlestick? Or Professor Plum in the library with the rope? Murder and blackmail are on the menu when 6 guests gather at Body Manor for a night they'll never forget. It's Cluedo the play, the hilarious murder mystery. This fast, furious and funny whodunit will leave you dying of laughter. Cluedo, a killer night out, literally. Opens March at Her Majesty's Theatre. Book now at cluedoplay.com.au.
Hi, I'm Sharon, a nurse practitioner with 37 years of seeing nurses and midwives be there for the good days and for the worst days in people's lives. And I'm here to say that we must take action because doing nothing would cause far greater harm. So we're saying no more to being taken for granted, no more to nurses leaving the profession, no more to a system that risks essential services. Standing up for nurses and midwives means standing up for the care we all deserve. It's time for the state government to show respect. Visit respectnursesandmidwives.com.
Authorised by Elizabeth DeBars, ANMFSA, Religion, South Australia.
Cup of tea, dear? The kettle's on. Would you like a cup of tea, love? Cup of tea, dear.
What? If you're concerned about hearing loss for a loved one, book an appointment with Can Do Hearing. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes in Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
If your air conditioner is over 15 years old, it has no inverter, which means it cuts in and out, costing money. REQ Air Conditioning can install a more effective cost-saving system using brands like Mitsubishi Electric. They will also show you how to use it for maximum efficiency. Stay cool, stay warm, save money with REQ Air Conditioning and Energy Solutions. Google REQ Air Conditioning for a free in-home quote.
The St John Christmas Home Lottery Grand Prize draw is closing soon. Don't miss out on the incredible $5 million Grand Prize package, where you can choose a stunning waterside home in Adelaide, Sydney, Melbourne or the Gold Coast. Plus, each home comes with up to $1.5 million. Members can also win a McLaren GTS supercar worth over $500,000. Enter before midnight December 14 for your chance to win. Buy your tickets now at stjohnlottery.com.au. Licence M14834. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
24 minutes after 6 on this Tuesday night, the fishing show with Ned McHenry in just a minute. And remember, gather round tickets for members are on sale 10 a.m. tomorrow.
That's
so
correct.
get yourself organised. I've just seen pictures of footy fans camping outside Ticketek at the entertainment centre.
That
It's
is
getting real.
Ridiculous. Tuna spottings around Ceduna. We'll get to that in your fishing show. Murray cod season opened December 1, which is fantastic. So too the Abbeys. Freshwater's going to be magic this summer with all our reservoirs and my ponga and the whatnot. But I want to talk about a place that I think is the most overrated heap of crap island in the world, and it's called Rottnest for a reason. Rottnest.
I know. Often don't venture away from South Australia, Timmy.
No.
I like to stay in my lane, but I thought I'd just go and have a bit of a sticky beak. So I headed west. I've been there for 4 days, got back yesterday.
Right.
And I tell you what, I caught the little ferry. The little Quokka 3 was the ferry we went over on, named after the little wallabies, ugly little things. And then
They're like rats.
Oh, they're shocking. Yeah. They say not to touch it or feed it. I gave them a couple of little snacks,
We
a
used
little bit
to
of
light 'em
Maxi-Bon. You don't, what?
This is back in the 70s.
I didn't do that to a quokka. All right.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Now we arrived there, and we get there, and I think, okay, this is a pretty cool place. There's coves and beaches. What am I arrived to when I'm arrived to about 400 tourists lining up for a bike. I was there. I thought, oh my God, looking at the line to me, it was 90 minutes to get an e-bike there to venture around.
There's no cars, Timmy.
I think, oh my gosh, I'm lining up.
It's very eco-friendly.
Head's hot in this shed.
Yeah.
It's about 12 Ks to ride around from one side. It's
like Granite Island.
So 90 minutes in, Timmy, I get this bike, right? And then there's tourists everywhere lining up. There's commercial activation. There's a DJ spinning decks and a live singer. And I think, oh my goodness. How lucky are we to live in this state where you can go to Kangaroo Island and not see another person for 3 days?
That's the beauty of it. Rottnest has some beautiful coves and swimming and fishing things, but there's millions of people.
Right.
I like to sit and look at, I'm like you, Nettie, look at the scenery and just go, how beautiful. You can't do that at Rottnest.
Oh, no.
But you can at Kangaroo Island, can't you?
Looking at these beautiful coves, and you've got, and I was a tourist, so don't get me wrong, I'm in the same boat, but you've got Americans here, you've got Irish, you've got everyone all around you, different things going on. It was just it was too much. It was sensory overload. Get me to the northwest coast of Kangaroo Island where you can sit on a cove there. No one else is around. And I think that's why we're so lucky. We've hit a sweet spot in this state where we're so anti-development and so anti kind of commercial tourism, which has held us in great stead because all of our natural beauty is still in place. Whereas Rottnest Island is just it's a commercial boiling pot of just
might as well put a neon
crap.
Sign on it. Is that what you're saying?
It's just it's just a fest of money making endeavour. That's what it is.
It's not even good or classy.
No, I'm telling you, give me Kangaroo Island any day of the week. Any day.
This segment sponsored by WA.
During COVID, they wanted to saw WA off and float out into the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't want anyone in. They closed the doors, and they still are
closed.
What
was his name? The Premier. He just shut it down. Martin Gowan. Nobody comes in here. He was the soup Nazi when it came to that, wasn't he? Yeah. No entry for you.
No.
Well said, Nettie. We are blessed here in South Australia.
We are so lucky, and I'm not being corny just saying that, but some of our coastal islands and areas, I realise how lucky we have. Corny Point. Timmy, grow up.
Good fishing. It's terrible. There's no algal bloom at Corny Point.
There you go.
Hey, listen to Nettie. He's going to give you some tuna hotspots, and the Murray cod season, December 1, has opened. Nettie, thanks for your time.
Thank you, boys.
That's coming next in the Fishing Show.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Well, the South Australian Liberals have announced their position on the Indigenous voice to Parliament.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
We're joined now by the Shadow Minister for Indigenous Affairs, Josh T.
So a vote for Vincent Tarsi will see a strengthening of the voice here in South Australia.
5AA Breakfast.
I'd say that will certainly occur.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.